Brand new biblical question. Brand new biblical question. And it's a simple one, but yet complicated. Do you understand yourself? Do you understand yourself? Isn't that amazing? And so I came up with this question because I was watching this allegedly true story about a young man, I believe he was 21 to 23, somewhere in there. And this young man was attacking and raping women. And when they finally caught him, just think about that. He was between 20 and 23. And he had this urge that would cause him to attack and rape women. And in one case, kill one of them. And so when they caught him and they took him into the police station and they would question him, why did you do this? And they were calling him all kind of names and savage and all kind of names, right? And they kept asking him, you're so young, you're 20. But he was between 20 and 23, somewhere in there. Why are you doing this? And he said, I don't know why I do it. I just don't know why I do it. I don't understand why I do it. And he was in tears, and they were trying to make him give a real, I guess what they thought would be a real understanding of why he did it, but he was doing the best he could. He was like, this urge came over me, and it made me do it. I don't know why. And it was interesting, and it reminded me of every human being on this side of heaven. Every human being, there's not one left out, not one. Because they don't know themselves and they're not working on themselves, they don't know why they do the things they do. They don't know. They don't know if something comes over them. And even when you attack one another, you don't really know why you're attacking one another. You're just doing it because you get the thrill from the psychological thrill and the emotional thrill. You get a thrill when you do it. And you don't know what that thrill is all about. And you think it's you. It was so interesting. And so I'm like, nice. The next biblical question is, do you know yourself? I give you these questions to encourage you to know yourself, to put your eyes on you, so that you can see what's driving you. And when you see that it's not you, it's going to blow your mind. Do you understand yourself? You don't. You really don't. If you understood yourself, you will have peace right here on earth. Right here. And most people don't believe you can have peace. And most people don't believe, they believe they have a will, but okay, if you have a will, why don't you will yourself to have peace? Why don't you will yourself to do it? Why don't you will yourself to be good? But they don't question it. And as a result, they never know the truth. Some do. There are men and women who are working on themselves, truly working on themselves, and they're starting to get an idea of something else going on. So amazing question. That's why I give you those questions. One other thing, this is from Fox 11. What a spiritual battle, huh? When will you take control of your own life and have a life? Let everybody else live the way they want You owe no response or responsibility. You're not your brother's keeper, and live your life. Why not figure out your life? How would you react to this? From Fox 11, a shocking hate crime has left a View Park family unsettled and disgusted after their home and cars were vandalized with a racist graffiti, according to this report. Watch this from Fox 11.
My whole body just shut down. I had no means for words. All I could do was cry.
Elizabeth Garbutt says she's still in shock after waking up to find racist graffiti covering her View Park property.
One of the messages on the sidewalk was die. That's the one that really just touched me. I moved over to my car. It said dumb. Then we moved on to the next one. The one says house. The next one said die. The gate says dumb. And the spelling is not even correct.
The Garbutts have lived in this home across from Crenshaw High School for more than 30 years and have never experienced anything like this.
Amazing.
My whole body just shut down.
Amazing. How would you react if you woke up and saw that on your house? Amazing, huh? One last soundbite from this. The mother of the family says, seeing her daughter reaction was the most agonizing part. Fox 11, watch this.
We're about to be in 2025, and it's just devastating that we're still dealing with these type of things.
Elizabeth says seeing her daughter Elise's reaction was the most agonizing part.
When she came outside and she looked at her car, I could just see her hurt, her pain. Like, why is this happening to me? And who would do this?
It happened Halloween night, all out of view from surrounding security cameras.
What goes through your mind when you look at that?
That there needs to be some type of change within our community.
Elise now worries for her family's safety and society as a whole.
We're about to be in 2025, and it's just devastating that we're still dealing with these type of things. We're all human. We all bleed the same.
Thankfully, they were able to clean the hateful messages off their cars and paint over their gate. But the graffiti on the sidewalk is a constant reminder.
I've been living here since she was a baby, 35 years. And to be afraid to even be in your own house, that's not a good thing. That's stressful. It's very stressful. I don't understand. Why? Why our house? What's the reason?
Where's the father? Where's the husband? Where's the husband? So I want you to watch your own mind about this and see how many assumptions come to mind. And that your mind is not going to let you leave it void, blank, and not, hey, I don't know what happened there. It's going to make you fill in the blank. Oh, it's racist, it was white people, it was Trump people, it was this, it was that. I can't tell you the number of stories we were reported on where those kind of incidents, I don't know about that one at all, but those type of incident was made up. It was done by other blacks to get a reaction, to make you think that it was white people doing it, to cry racism. I don't know about this situation, but the point is, I want to encourage you to practice having no judgment of it at all. Don't judge with your mind, your eyes, your words, your little gesture, or your emotions. You don't know what happened. You literally just don't know. But the ego is not going to let you know that you don't know. It's going to fill in the blanks to get a reaction from you. You don't know what happened there at all. So practice leaving leave it as, I don't know. You are not created to judge. You were created to live. And so I wish those people, well, whatever happened. But I don't know what happened. I don't know who did it or why they did it or how it happened. Can you look, have you noticed right now that your mind is already giving you some type of reaction about it? Oh, poor lady. Or it could be said, oh, she's lying. Or, oh, it's racist if white people did it. Or something. Or something. Or you get mad at the woman telling the story because she's so emotional about it. Why can't you just look at a situation and have no opinion about it? Isn't that like an amazing way to live? Have no opinion. You judge the situation, Nick?
Well, right where you were saying, look how you have a reaction about stuff or something like that. Right when you were saying that, I typed in the chat, ooh, perfect election timing. Like I'm already thinking it's a hoax and it's and it's like to get Trump.
And when reality, you don't know anything about the story except for what we just reported on it or if you heard the story.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing?
Incredible.
But the mind will have you fighting. It will have the white and the blacks fighting. It will have you blaming Trump. It will have you blaming Trump. And then you find out later, it was done by some other blacks or even by them. You don't know. Crenshaw is over there in the hood anyway. Ain't no white people over there. If you are, you better not let them know you're there. Crenshaw High School, right? It said across the street from Crenshaw High School. That's hood. South Central LA. But I want to encourage you to be conscious and watch what the mind is telling you. And then you'll react as though you know for sure that what you thought was true, and you'll be out fighting other people about it. You and somebody else arguing over it, and neither one of you know what the real deal is. Isn't that amazing? Your whole life is like that. Your whole life is like that. Because you don't understand you. You don't understand yourself. Did you hear this about Cardi B? I think that's her name. A rapper by the name of Cardi B. Cardi B. C-A-R-D-I-B. And she's speaking of listening to celebrities, right, in politics. So apparently Cardi B speech wasn't loaded into the teleprompter. And so I haven't seen it yet. About to play it. I'm seeing this for the first time, too. And she was up there trying to help out. According to the report, that woman, Kamala Harris, and they were having this little event with entertainers there. And Cardi B was supposed to be helping this woman. But she stood there kind of oddly, they say, not knowing what to say or seemed to be lost. Watch this from PBS News.
1 second, guys. 1 second.
She's waiting for the teleprompter.
Okay. So I don't take lightly the call. Sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous. Guys. I've been waiting for this moment this whole life. My whole life.
I thought Cardi B was a black woman.
I need patience over here.
She need the teleprompter to say why she's supporting.
Girl?
She's kind of black.
I need patience over here.
What the?
hold on. How you guys doing tonight? How you guys doing tonight? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to change these 4 years? No. Are we ready to change the next 8 years? Because we're going to make sure we have Kamala Harris in office for 8 years. Thank you.
So somebody finally give her phone. She need a teleprompter to tell her why she support Kamala Harris. I mean, like, let's say that she's supposed to have a teleprompter, but don't you already know why by now why you support Kamala or Trump? I thought she was black. I've never seen this woman that I'm familiar with. I'm aware of. Hake is telling me that according to Wikipedia, she's Dominican.
Trinidadian.
Trinidadian?
Yeah.
Right, Hake? Yep. Trinidadian, Nick?
Yep.
African and Spanish, according to Wikipedia. I've always, when I heard that name, because I don't remember ever seeing it, I always thought she was just not fat, but a black woman.
Arguably.
I just thought, I didn't know she was a foreign black woman. And so she didn't know how to say, oh, I support Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris doesn't believe in washing dishes. Cardi B says, prices are way too high even for her. And says, Kamala better not lie to me in my face. Watch this from MSNBC.
I believe in every word that comes out of her mouth. She's passionate, she's compassionate, she shows empathy, and most of all, she is not delusional. Yeah. Kamala recognized that this country is at risk, that the economy needs to get stronger, that the cost of food and the cost of living is too high. Damn, it's even high for me.
What the?
I believe her when she says, under her, buying eggs and milk won't break the bank. Because she's gonna pass a ban on price gouging on groceries. And she told me that in my face. So she better not lie to me in my face.
Who is this? What kind of music she make?
Rap. Poetry.
Poetry? Rap
No.
poetry?
Modern American poetry. And I'm saying that sarcastically, Jesse. I can't repeat her lyrics.
What's wrong with her? She believes every word come out of Camilla's mouth. And she can't afford groceries. She doesn't know Kamala been in there for 4 years. She's already lied to her. She didn't do anything about the borders. Amazing. And so she would definitely read right off the phone what they told her to say. That's like somebody writing a speech for me and I try to read it, I can't do it. I have the hardest time. What? Nah, she's black. Did you hear about this? And then I'm going right back to the phone. Did you hear about this squirrel situation? Hake was telling me about it yesterday morning at the fellowship. So I haven't seen the story yet. But may the squirrel rest in peace to Peanut the squirrel. This is from NBC. Peanut the squirrel, an internet sensation that led to an animal sanctuary. I don't even understand this. Peanut the squirrel, an internet sensation that led to an animal sanctuary in Pine City, New York, was euthanized after being seized with a raccoon. Watch this from NBC. Maybe you'll get it. NBC.
Longo says he was blindsided on Wednesday morning when agents from the State Department of Environmental Conservation came looking for his famous squirrel.
I was just going through my daily routine of feeding all of our 71 rescue horses at our nonprofit animal rescue. Midway through that, a line of DEC officers, about 6 to 8 of them, showed up and gave me a warrant for a squirrel and a raccoon.
The search warrant said Longo was in unlawful possession of wildlife. He says agents ransacked his property for 5 hours until they found Peanut and Fred the raccoon.
We complied. We weren't allowed to move. We were police escorted into the bathroom. Mind you, this is a search warrant for a squirrel and a raccoon. And I feel like this was a little bit of an overkill.
Longo says he was working on the necessary paperwork to be able to legally own Peanut as an educational animal.
You're not only hurting my family by taking Peanut away from me, but you're also hurting the organization that we started on the back of a rescue squirrel. We named this organization Peanut's Freedom Farm because he has been such a big portion of my life and so many people around the world. You know, we promoted the fact that squirrels are not good pets. They don't deserve to be inside, but there are rare occasions where you stumble on an animal that unfortunately can't survive in their normal habitat. That's the only reason why Peanut was ever a rescue animal.
So apparently, according to this story, this guy rescue animals, right? I thought animal people love that. And so I guess something wrong. Is something wrong with rescuing squirrels or something?
Well, so I heard a bit about this story, and I wondered, well, what's the
I'm not getting
details
what
of the other side, but we just got a little tidbit there.
Oh,
That's my first hearing of it, where he said that he was working on the paperwork to legally own the squirrel. So it looks like he may have had the squirrel in some kind of gray area, and I heard that it was called in by somebody. Somebody complained about it.
Oh,
and
about him having a squirrel?
Exactly.
And you're not allowed to just go out in the wood, get yourself a squirrel, and keep it at the house?
I bet you it changes in different areas of the country, but there may be laws against that.
Well, here's more on Peanut rise to fame and a complaint leading to Peanut's euthanization. Watch this.
Longo says he
From
rescued
NBC.
Peanut 7 years ago in New York City after the squirrel's mom was hit by a car. He says he rehabbed Peanut and tried to release him into his backyard. But Longo says Peanut never developed the instincts to survive outside. After Peanut was attacked by an animal and lost half his tail, Longo let Peanut live in his home.
And then he became best friends with my cat. So that's when we turned to social media. We put some funny and silly videos out there, and the internet loved him. He became the world's most famous squirrel.
Peanut racked up a combined 3 million followers on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Longo says he believes Peanut's fame led to someone filing a complaint.
I'm no expert in anything involving politics of the state, but they sent 6 to 8 officers to my house from Albany to confiscate a squirrel and a raccoon, and it was signed off on a search warrant.
Wow.
So just that in its sense, to say that is one of the most shocking things I could say, in my opinion, is we just used resources and spent an entire day sitting 2 people who run a nonprofit animal rescue and treat them like criminals.
Oh, so they can't send all those officers to arrest the people who are breaking in your homes, your cars, stealing your stuff, but they can send them for a squirrel and a raccoon, if it's true? What the? So I'm being told some animals are illegal to have as pets. I wonder why the squirrel is illegal. So this guy would have Peanut on his podcast, I guess. And now Peanut gone. May Peanut's soul rest in peace. Ain't no use in praying for Peanut anymore. He gone. What the? 888-7. What a mess, huh?
So according to California Public Health and Safety, you're not allowed to have squirrels because they carry diseases transmissible to humans, such as rabies and typhus. In case you were wondering.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
No, I was just looking it up that in California, for example, the Public Health and Safety says you can't have squirrels because they carry diseases transmissible to humans, such as rabies and typhus.
Oh. That's amazing. So they look like they took Peanut's life. Why didn't they, if it's true, why didn't they just go there and tell the man, give me Peanut? We're not going to raid your house. We're not doing, we seen Peanut on your podcast. Give me Peanut. Instead of raiding the guy's house. What a mess. 888-77-JESSE. Let me go to Nate out of L.A. Nate, there's a line open Female Monday. Nate, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Peterson.
Hey, Nate.
All right, I got a question. My question is in regards to I'm currently catching a bus right now in LA, and the metro bus, they don't enforce for riders to pay the fare. Like ever since COVID, it's been like really relaxed.
So people can ride free?
We're not supposed to, but yeah.
What?
I don't know if they're. Yeah, I don't know if like they're trying to like do the honor system or something. But nonetheless, you get certain drivers, like like people just walk on the bus, like they don't pay at all, like mostly like in the hood, like where I live, South Central.
Wow.
Everybody, blacks, Mexicans, whites.
And the driver just let it happen?
I mean, I don't know if you watch the news, but a lot of the drivers, they've been getting assaulted lately.
Yeah, I've seen that, a lot of that, yeah.
Yeah. So, you do have certain drivers that will like say something, but it's like, what can you do or what can they do? Right.
Yeah.
It's nothing that, and a lot of them, especially the females, you can tell, like, you can look at them like they're very like they have they're scared. It's not a lot of weirdos, man. It's a lot of crazy people on the bus, man. It's a mess. Like it's really like living hell, man. Like people talking to themselves, homeless people. It's really gross.
Yeah,
but,
I've been seeing that. I have been seeing that on the local news, and I have family members over in South Central, and they tell me about how bad it is over there now.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible, sir. I really feel bad. Like I used to like not really care.
Right.
But like I really do feel bad for the drivers, man. Like they really go through a lot.
Can you hold for me, Nate?
Yeah.
Hold on, buddy. Let me take a quick break. Let me go quickly back to Nate. I had to put Nate on hold because of time there. And Nate is riding the bus, and he's feeling. Nate, you say you feel bad for the drivers now? Hey, Nate?
You hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me?
I hear you now. You say you feel bad for the bus drivers?
Yeah, I feel bad for them, but I mean that's not necessarily why I was calling. But yeah, because they see a lot, man. It's terrible, like what the government is doing. I guess I don't know what Karen Bass is doing with the homeless problem and the people, like, because they're really suffering from like mental illness and like the homeless people that come on board, and it's just a mess. But I'm actually a part of that mess. Let me explain. So with the fair thing, like they just let anybody on,
right?
And so like I'm one of those people that like take advantage of that.
Oh, you get on the bus free because everybody else doing it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because everybody else doing it.
What the?
And so okay, so it's more to it than that. Like,
okay.
I'm going through a lot, like financially, but I'm good. Like, it's nothing like to stress or complain about.
Right.
But like, I don't have money for the bus sometimes, and so like when I do get on the bus and I do have the money and I see how people are just abusing it and everybody just get on, they used to ask. We used to ask like, hey, can I get a ride? But now people just literally just get on and they just, it's like it's normal. And so like I just get on too. And it's like, why do I need to pay if I see everybody else just abusing it? And, that's just how I feel. But I know that it's wrong. I know that I should be paying. But it's like, hey, why not?
And so go ahead.
No, yeah, you go ahead.
And so when you're doing it, so you're saying to yourself, well, this is okay to do it because everybody else is doing it?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, like I said, like I don't really have the money.
Why don't you get a job?
I do, but
you have a job.
I mean, Yeah, I have a job. I've been doing this for years, Jesse. I feel, like I said, I feel bad, but it's like, I mean, like, hey, I mean, you know, if they not tripping, like, shoot, why not?
So you get on the bus and don't pay because everybody else getting on the bus. Everybody
Exactly.
get on the bus and don't pay, or just some people? Most people get on and don't pay.
Jesse. Well, I live in the hood, Jesse. So, like, I'm gonna say, like, in the I don't know the word. I'm black, so like you, but like in like a radius, a certain radius. Yes, literally nobody. Like, you know, you get a few people, but like in a certain radius, like where I live at,
Right.
yeah, like I would say like 90% of people don't pay where I live at. But of course, you know, like you go out, you know, you go to the good areas. You know, you get out of South Central, you know, you will have some people pay, right? And I'm only talking about the metro. I'm not talking about like the Gardena bus, Culver City bus,
right?
You know, Torrance, but I'm not talking about those buses. Like they're like way stricter, but like the LA metro, like it's just like a free for all. So
They'll give it up, huh?
Yeah, they pretty much, but yeah, they pretty much have.
And,
but,
and you have a job. Why don't you? I mean, why are you using that as an excuse not to pay since you have a job?
I mean, I really like, I can't really give you an answer to that, Jesse. Like, I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm balling. Like, you know, I still am struggling, but it's like, man, like I'll be down to like my last like $20, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'll just see everybody get on the bus, and then just like, well, damn, this is my last dub. Like, I gotta, you know, make this stretch for the next week. And I'm like, well, you know, everybody else getting on, and why not? But you know, I do feel bad. Like I say, I'm not like just going. That's why I'm calling you, because, you know, I don't know. Like,
why you feel bad and doing it, and you're doing it because everyone else is doing it, and you have a job and you have a little money. Why do you feel bad about it?
I feel bad because I know it's wrong. You know, I know it's wrong.
So then why not pay then? Since you know better, you know it's wrong. Why don't you pay in spite of how someone else worked? Maybe you becoming it. Maybe somebody else will see you paying and be like, you know what, I'm wrong, and I shouldn't do this. And you be that example.
Ain't nobody gonna do that.
But you don't know that.
They go, you know, when I'm paid, they be looking at me like I'm a sucker, like you a fool. What you doing?
That what they say to you?
No. That's what I think they would say. But nah, I understand what you're saying though. Like I do.
So I don't know this. I don't know what this. And so why are you feeling bad when you know you're doing wrong and you want to do wrong? Why are you feeling bad about doing wrong?
I feel bad because like I am in my fallen state, right?
Right.
And it's not much that's well, you know, we all got our issue, but it's not much that's keeping me here. But it's like I know like that's one thing that like, okay, man, if I started like, you know, maybe paying, that's one less thing that I would like stress out or worry about. You know, I could, you know, focus on the other issues and problems I have in my life.
But if you took a Culver City bus or another bus other than that one, you would pay, right?
Yeah. I had no other choice but to.
That's amazing. And if everybody over in South Central go to hell, do you want to go to hell too?
Nah, I don't want to do that. No.
Why aren't you working on you to overcome your fallen state instead of doing what everybody else does? Because most people love their misery, right? They love their pain. They love bringing trouble to the bus company. They love what they're doing. Why do you love your pain so much that you're doing what others are doing?
I just feel like, one, I don't know, maybe eventually something's going to like turn around with the metro and maybe they'll start enforcing it. And I'm just like, okay, well, let me just, you know, milk it until they figure out something. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it. The second reason, I mean, well, I can't think of another reason other than that.
If you own the bus company, you are the owner of it. Would you want
Yeah.
someone doing that to your company?
Nah, I wouldn't. But I mean, that's they getting money. They getting paid either way. They get paid through the taxes and all the different measures and all the stuff we vote for. So it's like, I mean, if they not tripping, why should I trip? You feel me? Like,
I understand. But if you own the company and you made money other ways too, you got money through taxes or whatever, Caraback gave you some money and all that, would you want other people to do that to your company?
no, not at all.
What the bus?
But I'm gonna have something for them though. If they do that, then
Why wouldn't you want them to do it to your company? If everybody would get on the bus free in that area, why wouldn't you want that to happen to you since you're doing it to these people?
I mean, it I feel like it's a loophole. I guess I mean, I can't really answer that question. Like, I
You don't know
understand what you're
why.
saying.
What am I saying?
No, I understand. Like, like, because one day I do want to, be a business owner,
Right.
and I mean, and that's another question. Like, I don't know if you believe in like the theory of karma, if that is a theory, but like, I don't know. Like, that's why I feel bad too. It's like, man, what if I do own a business one day, and then, karma will come back at me for doing this.
Well, you're already getting back karma, if there is such a thing, because what you're doing to others right now, you're doing it to you. You're not really doing it to them. You're doing it to you. And you don't realize you're doing it to yourself. Whereas if you stayed in the light and work on you, you'll do differently, and you will get different outcomes for yourself because you'll be doing it to yourself. For example, if you paid the fare, no matter what someone else did, but you paid the fare, you'll be doing that to yourself, and that's what you'll get back. But if you don't, you're going to get back what you put it out of yourself. You're going to get it back into you.
Okay. All right.
You're hurting the bus company by not paying because they got to come up with the money some kind of way. But you're really setting your own self up because this is your life and this is your world. And this is how you're living in your world. So you bring on your own destruction.
Okay. All right.
What do you think about that?
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't want to make no excuse. I don't want to have like a rebuttal for you, because in short, like I said, you're 100% correct, because I feel like I shouldn't be doing it, and I know I shouldn't be doing it. So that's what you're saying is correct. I don't know. It's just.
I promise you that if you, as we all have to do, overcome this fallen state, right? And you can overcome it. If you work on you, no matter what other people did in their world, because those people that are getting on that bus and taking advantage and thinking they're getting away with something, they're destroying themselves. They're hurting themselves. They're keeping themselves in hell, right? But if you were to work on yourself, I promise you, everything would just work out for you. You'll find a better job. You can start your own business. You have your own home. But most of all, you will have a peaceful life. You will have an amazing life. But if you don't do better in your own world, you're going to only keep hell in your world.
Okay.
And if Satan is telling you, well, look around you, everybody else is getting on the bus free, and the drivers don't say anything, you might as well do it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are not even your own thoughts.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. That's kind of, that's what that's what I want to hear, I guess.
You got to work on your world, Nate. You got to work on you and forget about other people. You can't help anyone. You can't do anything for anyone else, but you can work on you and let other people live the way they want to live. If those people want to live that way, let them live that way. They're not getting away with anything. It seems as though they are, but they're not. But you work on your world so you can live you can have an amazing world right here on earth. But you got to work on you and keep your eyes on you, and don't compare yourself to others, and don't try to be like others. Just work on you, and the Father will bring you out of the darkness into the light. He really will.
All right. Yeah. All right. I could do that. That's not a problem.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
No,
And why aren't you doing that?
I'm lazy.
Yeah. Amazing. So you just love your misery still, right?
Nah. I wouldn't say. I've been on my journey for a while now, and,
Right.
I've come a long way. And like at first, like I said, mentioned before, I've been doing this. Well, you know, I'm just leave it at that. Like I've come a long way,
Right.
and I am getting better. It's taking longer, and I know that if I did the silent prayer, it would be more, of a quick. I would get to where I want to go quicker. But yeah,
Well, here's what I recommend for you. Stop listening to the imagination, because evil doesn't want you to. Evil doesn't want to lose you. It lives in human beings' body by way of their thoughts and emotions, and it has to live in your body. Otherwise, it can't exist. And so it doesn't want to depart from you. I would encourage you to just stop listening to it and do what's in front of you. Do what's in front of you to do, because you'll see the right thing to do without even thinking about it. But you got to stop listening to the lies of the thoughts.
all right, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And don't give up. And don't judge yourself on what has happened. Right now is a brand new now. So start right now doing the right thing. Working on you.
All right. Can I start paying to get my next check though?
Yeah. What
All right, cool. Well, the next check for sure. We'll get a bus pass and everything.
Right on. Yeah, get a pass and no matter if everybody got on the bus free, don't you do it. You do the right thing.
All right, for sure.
All right, buddy.
All right. Oh, I got one more. I wanted to chime in on that story that you had this morning in Crenshaw District.
Oh yeah, with the woman saying that somebody graffitied her home and cars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just like a quick, I don't know if you frequent that area, the Crenshaw District View Park, but
I used to a lot, but not as much now because the crime is so bad over there.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't. I go over there kind of often, and you'd be surprised. It's a lot of whiteys over there. They're gentrifying. Yeah, they're gentrifying that whole area, that whole Crenshaw District. It's a lot of white people over there. So, but I'm I agree with you. I don't think that. Well, I don't know, but I don't think it was a white person that did it, or
right.
maybe Hispanic, but yeah, you'd be surprised. Go over there sometime. You see white people walking around barefoot with their kids and everything. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, that Crenshaw District. Yeah, because they got they built that they got the train metro running up and down Crenshaw. So
yeah.
So yeah, it's
one thing about white people, they ain't afraid to live in the hood.
Yeah, not at all. Black people, they ain't gonna say nothing to them. We ain't gonna do nothing to them.
Amazing. All right.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, buddy. Good to hear from you, Nate.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
All right, buddy.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too now. 888-775-3773. Let me go to Texas and talk to a first-time caller, BERNETTA. BERNETTA, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Well, thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome.
I'm a little nervous. I'm a new subscriber.
Relax. Catch your breath.
How long? Okay, is this good? I have it on speaker now, but I know he said to take it off speaker. Is it okay on speaker? Or?
Can you take it off speaker?
Okay. Yes. Okay, it's off speaker.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you said that it was the woman's fault.
Come back to your phone.
I am on the phone.
Okay, speed right into it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. You said it was the woman's fault when she. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. My cat.
As long as it's not a squirrel.
No, I work from home, and she's always underneath my work chair.
Okay.
Backed over her tail a little. Sorry, Roro. Okay, you said it was the woman's fault that she attracts abusive abusive men.
Yes.
Okay, I disagree in a sense that I don't know why I attract abusive men. Either they're physically abusive or they turn verbally abusive. But
Right.
I learned as a child from all the whoopings. Like I was raised in a 2-parent household, but my father, he worked, but he had lost one of his arms in a work-related injury, but he still worked. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom, but she wasn't really a mom because she was an alcoholic and she had paranoid schizophrenia, so she had mental issues too. So we didn't eat until he came home from work. So he worked Monday through Friday with his one arm. So I commend him for being in the household, and none of us 3 kids was his. So I'm not sure why he stayed in the household. But even though he supported the family financially, in a sense, he was abusive too. Like if my mom said we did something, he would automatically beat us. We got beat with switches, and when he would beat me with a belt, he would put me between his ankles and, beat the shit out of me. And the more I hollered, he would beat more. So I think I learned as a child to accept abuse, to be quiet and just accept it. And now I feel like I attract men who need help. I try to help them into learning to love me and building their credit up and all that kind of stuff. And I just recently broke up with someone because he put me in a lot of credit card debt. When I met him, I had just got out of an abusive relationship, and I told him I wasn't interested in being in a relationship. But the abuser saw us, and I'm 47, and my boyfriend's 50. My current boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend's 50. The other guy, the abuser, was like 56. He saw me and the new guy at the park, even though we weren't together at that time. And he had been harassing me through phone calls and emails most of that week because I told him, I don't want to be with you anymore. And anyways, later on that night, he came and bricked up my home. He bricked up 2 back windows. And so the guy who I was just talking to, I asked him if he could stay the night with me because I was scared because all of my kids are grown. I have 5 kids, and all 5 of them are for different men because I kept looking for someone to, I guess, help heal me from the abuse of my childhood. So now I'm wondering, how come, and I'm not a bad-looking woman, and I'm 5'9". I can, I'm 220, but, I'm holding it well.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a homeowner. I got a very good credit score.
My whole body just
2
shut
cars.
down.
It's just me and the cat
I
here
had
in
no
Texas.
means for
So I'm
words.
trying
All
to
I could
figure
do was
out,
cry.
how do I
Elizabeth
heal
Garbutt
so I
says she's
can
still in
stop
shock
attracting
after
men
waking up to
who
find
need
racist
healing or help
graffiti
in some way.
covering her view
And
park
even when I
property.
help them, they always, like I said, with this current boyfriend, he moved in because of I was scared with the other guy breaking on my house and stuff. Because we all live here in Texas.
Okay, folks, we're going to have to
so that's how that
sound like we're
relationship
playing
set
the
up
same
out
thing
of
over
fear.
and over again.
Fear of me being
I thought
alone.
it was
I
a
got the
different one,
ADP
but it seemed to
system
be
and all
the
that stuff
same.
like that.
What a
But
mess.
because of my
But,
abusive history, when I did fight back, I have a felony charge from 1996, so I can't own a gun. So it was just me and the cat. And so he moved in to protect me from the other abuser.
I don't know what happened
And
with that.
he wanted to get he wanted to just remodel the house. So I went
Let
to
me take a quick break. When I come back, your phone calls.
He told me he was a
Female
businessman
Monday,
and all that stuff.
888-77
after
Jesse.
36 days,
Back in a moment.
passed by with the new balances. I was like, well, when are you going to pay this off? He was like, oh, well, they gave you a 5-year interest-free payment plan on that. I'm not going to pay that off right away. I didn't want all that debt hanging over my head, and I didn't want to be financially tied to him because before him, I could work my 40 hours and then have my weekends free. And with all that debt, I felt tied to him financially because I couldn't handle all that debt by myself. So I've been working overtime since March of last year, 6 days a week. I've been right here at this desk, gaining weight because I don't have time to exercise or anything. Because I was like 175 when we met, and like I said, I'm like 220, 222 now. Anyways, I'm finally down to 2 credit cards. I moved on to interest-free credit cards.
So I just want to thank you for that.
Wells Fargo and Citibank. So now I told him I broke up with him. I tied up all his stuff. I even encouraged him to get his own plate because he didn't have his own plate.
I can hear the angels in heaven singing
I don't know
right now. They're
why I get
rejoicing.
into relationships and the relationship's going good in my
speak
head.
up, don't
but in
resent, and
reality,
doubt
it's
every
not.
thought.
So
And
now
Aaron,
I'm like,
you have not seen anything.
almost at this point where I don't want to date anymore out of fear of repetition. So what is it about me that's attracting me fix them up type of men?
You love your misery. You love the pain. What? You love the pain.
No, I hear you, but I don't feel like I love it. It hurts.
Do.
I mean,
you absolutely love it. If you didn't love it, you wouldn't be going to the same thing every time. What you're doing is you love your misery. So when you get one guy that you set up to take advantage of you, you love that pain. You love the pain of thinking that you're helping, knowing that you're not, but just the idea that you're helping them give you a false sense of happiness and somebody, and then you love the pain of them treating you this way. And then when this one guy take advantage of you and you leave, you go right into your mind and you look for the same kind of guy. You listen to thoughts and you pick the same kind of guy over and over again. And that's not going to change until you stop loving your hell. You love your misery. You love hating. You love being angry. You love falseness of love, feeling good. You got to stop loving your misery. Okay, we have that soundbite for you.
Loving my misery?
Of that last soundbite. You got to forgive your mother and father, and God will forgive you. Whatever they did the best they could. And they were messed up too, so forgive them. God will forgive you, and then you stay present instead of listening to thoughts in your imagination about how you can help people, and you can't help nobody. You can't even help yourself. And so you got to stop trying to save and help people, and just stay present. And the Father, God, the truth, will change your life for you. He will take over, and you will live a perfect life. But as long as you're living in your imagination, you're going to live in your pain. You're going to live in your misery.
What can I do to get to that step besides the silent prayer, which I have started? I started actually this morning. It was very hard. It was under 5 minutes because a lot of the day-to-day activities start immediately trying to invade my mind.
Right.
So, but I did stay in the prone position. I said Psalms 23, and I just decided I was going to try again another time and not be dwelling on, okay, how many hours I'm going to work today? It's going to be 10, 12, that sort of thing, that sort of drivel. I got to get to the point where I block that out.
Bernetta, hold on for me, okay? Let me take a quick break. Don't hang up. Hold on. I want to go back to Bernetta, and she is trying to figure out her life, how to get things right. Bernetta, do you understand? What you were asking me? How do you get there fast or something?
Yes. What are the steps? I mean, because I'm off and on antidepressant medicines, dealing with the emotional turmoil of the relationships. I raised the 5 kids by myself. 2 of them went into the military, but the oldest 4, I understand now through my own personal research that I have a codependent type of person.
But none of that is the problem. The problem is you're an angry person. You're angry and you're living in hell of your imagination. You're living in darkness.
I don't feel angry. I feel sad.
But that's what, and the reason you feel sad is because you have anger. If you didn't have anger, there would be no sadness.
There's some truth in that, because I believe, like, when I did get my felony charge, it was another abusive man, and I was out and about in my car. He came up to my car and just started, we had an incident earlier that day where I had to put him out of my car. I put him out of my car. He slapped me in the face. I pulled over and I told the officer, "Can you just get him out of my car? Get him out of my car." He said, "You don't want to press charges?" And I was under that, don't lock up the black man type of mentality then. So I said, no, don't. I mean, because I'm black, not a dark-skinned black, but it was a white officer. You could see the palm print across the left side of my face. So he was cursing me out. I said, no, just get him out of my car. He saw me later on that evening, came up to my car and started punching me in my face. So something in me just snapped. So, and I ran him over my car. Now, he only received minor scratches, but I was charged with aggravated battery, house arrest, and then I ended up doing 3.5 years in prison. So I got out in 2001, and I had 3 kids. One I had during that prison incarceration. I went in pregnant.
Oh, I was going to say, you got pregnant in jail?
No, no. I went in prison.
Okay.
I went in pregnant.
Right.
So my life has just been crazy. But ever since that episode, I have been holding anger because I feel like if I release that anger, I could catch another charge. It's so built up that it's turned into self-loathing at times, depression at times.
Yeah. But your anger didn't start with that incident. Your anger started with your mother and your father, and you have not forgiven them. Your mother, in spite of what she did, just like you can't help yourself, you love your pain, you love your misery. Something happened to her. She hated her mother, and she is in pain too, so she couldn't help you. Your father, same thing. He hated his mother, and the same thing happened. And your only way out, my only way out, all human beings' way out is that they must forgive. You must drop the anger and then become aware of those thoughts because you've been living in your imagination. And what you've been doing is consulting with thought after thought after thought. And the thought is going to always give you what you already have, but it pretend it's going to give you something better or someone better, that this person is the right one. Oh, do this. You're consulting with evil because you believe in thoughts. You got to stop doing that and stay present where God is, and then the spirit of the truth will guide you. Just like the spirit of evil has been guiding you all your life, the spirit of truth will take over. The spirit of evil will have to leave you, and you'll be guided by the light. But you got to stay present. You got to do the silent prayer and watch those thoughts. Stop calling them you. Just notice them and don't run away from them, but don't call them you, and just watch them, and they'll be taken away from you. And then you'll be free. But you got to work on you. You got to stop loving your hell, because when those guys treat you that way, you love it. You
You keep saying it. I don't feel my feelings. Don't feel like I loved it.
The pain that they bring you when they slap you, you get angry, right?
Yeah.
You get angry because you love that pain. People who get angry love the pain, the feeling of anger.
I think it's because I'm used to pain. From the childhood, I'm used to.
No, it's because you love it. No, you love it.
I don't want to love it anymore. I don't want to love it anymore.
If you didn't get beat anytime soon, you'll go out and make a man beat you. You'll find another one, or some guy to take advantage of you at your house, bills and things. You love it, but you got to stop loving evil. You got to stop calling you. You got to stop loving your misery.
Stop loving my misery. Now I can vouch on that one. Stop loving my misery. But as far as the pain, I would call the police at this time if someone put their hands on me, and if I had a weapon to defend myself, I would do that. So I'm not really, maybe subconsciously, maybe I'm loving the pain.
I promise you love the pain. You love the misery.
Well, today, moving forward, I'm going to stay present with my thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm going to, do you think I should cancel my appointment with my doctor because I was going to get back? I had a brief couple of months of not being on the antidepressant pills, and I was doing good, but the holidays are coming up, and like I was trying to tell you, even though I raised those kids and I worked, they never saw me on welfare or anything. I did day labor. Whatever to present a good role model to those kids, I did it. All 5 of the kids graduated high school. I had 1 boy, 4 girls. None of them were teenage pregnant mothers like I was. 2 went into the military. And because of my codependency, 3 of the oldest 3, they were always in need, and I was always supplying them with money. They would call me. They live in Florida, and I'm over here in Texas. They needed money. Oh, Mom, I'm hungry. I need $20. I would send them $100. The stimulus checks, I sent all that to my oldest son. And now when I don't give them money, oh, you were the worst mom ever, and you kept us from our dad. I was like, what about when I was driving from county to county so you could see your dad, and your dad wouldn't be there?
They're doing exactly to you what the men have done to you. You play God. You act like you can save everybody because you get a thrill from that, a good feeling of saving everybody. So you've done the same thing to them. So cut it out. Don't give them another dime. Let them sink or swim. It's up to them.
But now I'm alone. That leaves me feeling lonely. And that's why I was going to get back on my antidepressant medicine because the holidays coming up. I'll let the
So who
current
feel
boyfriend
alone?
go.
Who feel alone?
BERNETTA does.
Who is Bernetta?
I am.
Who are you?
A 47-year-old single black woman with 2 cats in her own house.
Oh God!
But, yeah.
You just told me your physical situation and your physical condition, but who are you?
I am a person who's been through so much trauma that's all I understand.
So you told me what you've gone through. Who are you?
I couldn't tell you then. I can describe me, but I couldn't tell you other than my attributes.
Then, so do you believe you are your attributes?
Some of them.
How are you? You're not a job. You're not a house. You're not your body. You're not your body. You're not your situation. You're not your circumstances. So who are you?
I'm a human being.
So that's who you believe you are? So when you say you're lonely, who is lonely?
This physical person who's speaking to you is lonely.
No such thing as loneliness. It's an illusion.
Mm.
And there is no Bernetta. You think that you are your body. You think you're lonely. You think you're your circumstance.
Okay, I got you now. My thoughts.
They're all thoughts. They're lies. There's no such thing as loneliness. That's why I'm glad that you're alone. It's perfect for you. And all you need to do now is work on you. Don't look for somebody to come in and make you forget about loneliness, right? It's going to be temporarily. You're not going to overcome loneliness by finding somebody outside to make you feel, or calling your children or sending them money. You're not going to get rid of loneliness like that. You got to get rid of the illusion of loneliness. It's not real. There's no one there to be lonely.
You know what? I'm gonna. How can I? What'd you say? Buy you a coffee? Because you're preaching to me today. I'm almost in tears. I gotta hold it together because I still working. But what is it? Buy you a coffee, or how can I donate? Because
buymeacoffee.com/JLP talk.
JLPTALK.
Yeah.
Buymeacoffee.com/JLP
talk.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go so you can help someone else. I appreciate it so much.
So tell me what a little thing you got from this conversation. What you get from it?
I'm more than my thoughts. I'm more than what I think I am. And I'm not alone.
You're not.
I'm not.
So do the silent prayer, and Satan doesn't want you to see the thoughts. He doesn't want you to see him and all those little demons. So he's going to have a fit. But the beauty is if you can see them, the thoughts, then you're out of them and you're present with the Father, and the Father will take care. You'll be fine. Your life would naturally work out.
Thank you.
And so don't try to help. I'm telling you right now, don't try to help anyone. You just work on you at this point, so you'll be fine.
Pour into myself.
I'm sorry?
Pour into myself. All the help I've been trying to give it away to people who are ungrateful. I need to pour that love into myself, help myself by staying present and not believing my thoughts.
Right. And you never given anyone one dime of love. You have no love to give. You never had love to give. That's been all about your ego.
You don't have to give it to me all in one call now. Let me let you go because you're gonna have me all balling over here, and I'm trying to, I got enough for right now. Let me just take a little at a time.
That's all you need. You're right. A little bit of light is the beginning. So do the prayer and let me know how it goes.
All right. Thank you, and God bless.
You too. Thank you. Let me go to first time call out of California. Jay. Jay, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, big fan, man. How you doing this morning?
All is well, Jay. Thanks for calling.
All right. So I had a couple questions for you. I got a situation going on here, or whatever you want to call it. But I had been with this woman since 2020, I think 2020, is when we first started talking.
Right.
And everything was fine, everything was great, whatever. And fast forward a couple of years, I think 2-3 years, I had proposed to her, fine, that's fine, everything. And then we got married back in June. And we had a few arguments, and, just how married couples do. And, or disagreements, I should say, I basically told her you weren't being intimate enough. And she was telling me that you're working all the time. So anyhow, we got in an argument one day. I was working a double, so she was home all day. But basically, when I get home, because we had gotten an argument that day, when I get home, basically, she cleared out the whole apartment. She took the couch, the dining table, everything. She took everything but my clothes, right? And then I had a cashier's check we left on the counter for, because we had a bank account, joint bank account. And she went into the account, and the balance was about $20,000. And she took, I think, 10 or 12,000 and left me 7,700.
Amazing.
And now, yeah, exactly. And now, there's going to be a point to where she realizes she screwed up because, all women are evil, and and she's going to want to get back with me, but I just need to know, how do I not let her back in my life, for one? I know that sounds easier said than done, but and also, should I just let it go? Should I take her to court? What should I do there?
Do you have children with her?
No, sir. Thank God I don't.
Oh, good, yeah. Did you take her name off your bank account?
Yes, sir. I went ahead and just closed that account.
Right on. Can you hold for a minute? Let me take a quick break.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hold on. I want to go back to Jay out of, first time call out of California. And Jay said that his wife left him. He came home one day from work, and she was gone, and all the furniture and everything, at least the couch and everything, and part of the money from the bank. He want to know, should he take her back? Because he knows she's going to want to come back. Am I right, Jay?
Yes, sir. That's correct. And no, I didn't say should I take her back. I said there's going to be a time when she does call me here in the future.
Uh-huh.
And she's going to want me to take her back.
Oh, okay.
She's done this little BS in the past, but it's obviously on a smaller scale, right? I just was blind to see it.
And why have you taken her, if she's done stuff like this before, why have you taken her back?
But it wasn't anything to this scale. It was...
oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? It was just petty stuff. Like, we would break up and then get back together.
Yeah.
And that happened like a couple times, but it wasn't to this degree. This is amazing when I walked in.
How do you feel that she's gone? How are you feeling about it? What are you thinking about it?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I thought I was going to be, heartbroken or devastated. I actually feel more free, peace of mind.
Yeah. Here's what I recommend. Good. That's what you need to be doing. Instead of tripping, you should be at peace.
Can't be a beta baby.
That's right. It'd be beta.
Beta.
So here's what I recommend. I would recommend don't plan what you're going to do with her at this point.
Okay.
I would totally work on myself now. I would go within and work on me. And don't call her to ask her back. Don't call her.
No.
Don't see if she's going to come back. And just wait and see what happens with that, and just work on you. Make sure you take her name off your bank account so she can't take your money and all that. and just totally work on you. If she should call, God forbid, but I hate using it, but I will.
Right.
And, just wait and see how you're going to deal with it, but don't beg her back because she just might realize that how wrong she is and that her problems are her problems, and maybe she will repent. You know what? I'm sorry, I was wrong. You never know, but just work on you. Don't look for another woman at all, and just work on you. And if God wants you to have another one, he will add the right one unto you, and this one would last until death do you part. But have you gone and forgiven your mother and father?
Yes, sir. Since I've been listening to you, yes.
Oh, okay. How did it go when you went and forgave your mother?
Not so good.
What happened?
It went great for me. Just it wasn't so good for her. What happened is, I don't think women like hearing the truth very much.
Right, they don't.
You know, so it rubbed her the wrong way, or however you want to say it. She just didn't like what I was saying.
Yeah.
But she came back around. You know.
Right on.
Yeah.
And your father?
Yeah, she came. My father. So they've been divorced since I was 2, but I was told all kinds of lies, and he was this way and that way. And I just went over there to him, and I just asked him everything, and he kind of told me what it was, and I forgave him. There's no point to hold it against him. He had no control over it.
Yeah, yeah, amazing. That's good.
It's not just his fault. It's not just his fault.
Well, I would
gotta look at both sides of the story.
Yeah, you're right. So let this woman go, and you just do the silent prayer. Practice staying present, go to work, save some money, and live your life. And just let life happen now, and you'll be amazed how your life will become. It will be really beautiful.
And also, Jesse, I think the main problem was, honestly, I think it was her mother.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, she. I honestly believe that because she kept letting her be in our relationship in the sense of, if I tell you something, you're not supposed to just go run to your mother and tell her.
Right. That's why God said, take your wife far away from her family, because
and that was my first mistake.
And how was it a mistake? What'd you do?
Well, at the time I didn't realize it. So we had got married, and we were trying to find a place. So it kind of got to the point where, I kind of just got to get what I can get because there wasn't so much availability.
Yeah.
So we got the apartment, and at that time, I didn't realize it because everything was moving kind of fast. But now when I've had time to sit down and think about it, we moved like 4 miles away from her mom. But now I know why we moved 4 miles away from her mom. It's because every time we have an argument or anything, she could just run over there.
Yeah, yeah. The worst thing, one of the worst things, a man and a husband and wife can do is to move near the mother, on either side, the man's mother or the wife's mother. You're supposed to move far away. Don't let them come live with you. Don't let the wife be running to her when there are issues between the husband and the wife. She will destroy that marriage for sure.
She already destroyed it for me. I'm never going back. She can say what she wants to say, but it's over.
Nice. Well, just work on you, and when memories come, and they will.
Hell yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Yeah, about the memories. What do I do about the thoughts?
Let them pass. Don't hold on to them. Don't run away from them. Don't deny them. Just watch them, and they will pass. Go through the valley of the shadow of death. Let them pass because it's just a memory. It's not reality. But the memory will make you say, oh, I love her. She loved me. We had a good time. We this and we that.
It's freaking you down.
Right. And it's all lies. All thoughts are all lies all the time. So let them pass. Don't take them as reality at all.
Okay, right on. I will. And, man, I can't even believe I got through. I watch your show almost every day, Jesse. You done changed my life, man, for the better, of course.
You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, and you haven't seen anything yet. Especially especially when you practice staying present rather than being lost in your head thinking about the past or the future. That's where evil dwells, in the imagination and in time. So practice staying present, and I promise you, you'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, even my sister was saying the same thing. She was like, you've never been this way. Why you acting like that? What's wrong with you? And I realize now, you become who you live with, She had nervous energy, and she was always worried about this and that. I'm the type of guy like, we'll deal with it when it gets here. I don't worry about it a whole week.
Yeah.
And then still going to get the same result that you would by not worrying about it.
Well, you stay with it now. You have opportunity now to just go within and work on you and let life happen for you, and it will.
And also, thank God it happened now. Whatever, she took whatever, that's fine. That's all materialistic stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm glad God showed me now, because what if here in the future I would have had my business going and I would have had a house and all this stuff.
And you would have had children.
Then it happened then, and children. And then what?
Yeah. It'll be pure hell, man. So
what a mess.
What a mess. So stay present and work on you now and live your life, all right? And if you want to get a divorce, let her get a divorce. That's on her. And you just work on you.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right, but I wish you well. Call me again.
I will, Jesse. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I do appreciate it. Let me go to Stephanie out of North Carolina. Stephanie, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, how you?
All is well, thank you. So my question, right, I'm going to try to not stumble over my words here. So, you know how you say the worst thing that happened to America was the civil rights movement?
Yes.
And
other than abortion.
That too, yeah. What my question to you is about the women's right to vote, right? Women's suffrage, right? And also, the civil rights movement. So women, fought for the right to work like a man, and then they fought for the right to vote like a man. Do we really even deserve that right?
No.
No. Okay.
You neither deserve it or not. It's just that it was known when men were men, boys were boys. It was known that women are emotional and they make decisions based on how they think and feel, and those decisions are always wrong. And so when they were not allowing women to vote, it was because of that. And most women didn't have a problem with that because they knew, especially the women of the good old days, they knew that women were too emotional to vote.
Right. I agree.
I like it. When I become president, one of the things I would do is you can only vote if you own land, own property, house or land, stuff like that. Other than that, you shouldn't be able to vote.
Correct. I agree.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing.
How are you feeling about the election today?
Indifferent, I guess. I mean, I don't vote. I don't feel like I deserve that right, so I don't vote.
Nice.
But yeah.
Well,
I mean, if I did vote, I would have voted for Trump, but
There you go.
I don't.
Right on. No, it was a big mistake to allow women to vote. And nowadays, they say that there are more women than there are men. And you see how the more you allow them to get in leadership, how bad things are becoming. It's only getting worse. There's no sign that things are improving at all.
Right. I agree.
What a mess.
What a mess.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Jesse. Thanks for all you do and your words and your teaching. I really appreciate it.
Right on. Thank you. Amazing.
Thanks.
All right. ARDENE out of Colorado. ARDENE, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
How you doing today? Good?
All is well, ARDENE. How you?
Good. I'm doing pretty good.
Nice.
I was wondering, you mentioned why you don't like the idea of women voting.
Right.
Which to me is like Okay. Why?
Why shouldn't women be allowed to vote?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, because women are very emotional and they live in their imagination. And, and when they
Well, here we go again.
when they vote, they always vote based on how they feel and not
really?
what's best for the country.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about that?
Bullshit.
And why do you think it's BS?
Because no facts behind it, and explain all the wars that we've had through the centuries. Explain that one. Who started the wars?
Well, let me.
Men did. Oh my God, men started wars.
Well, let me respond to the facts thing about.
Okay.
If you notice that now that women are voting, we have all type of social program, daycare program.
Why? Oh, no.
Daycare. Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on.
Okay.
Daycare program, babysitting program, governmental program that that we didn't have before women started voting, right? And we have wars with women. And the reason for war, there shouldn't ever be a war. But the reason for them is because men's hearts are evil, right? And so that's why we've had the wars happen.
Is that, okay, men basically don't know how to lead then, because they'll instantly go into the adrenaline and cause a war, right?
No, they go into
Whoa, what an insightful vision you had right there. Men's quick action to reaction without thinking things over basically cause wars, right?
No, that's not why they cause the war. They cause war because their hearts are evil and they want money and power.
Okay. Okay.
So-called
money.
Power.
Okay. That's
why do you think that women should be allowed to vote?
Because we're smart.
And what's smart about women?
Because we look at basically what I do. That's why I listen to you. In fact, because I do it as I compare different versions before I make a decision. I always weigh all the variables, and then I go into it with an informed decision. And I don't go with just my gut reaction, which men are known to do.
But you're not telling me what's smart about women.
Huh?
What's smart about women?
Because me personally, I could speak only for myself.
But you said that women were smart, and that's why they should be able to vote. What's smart about them whereas they should be allowed to vote?
Because I do an informed vote. When I vote, I do it on informed on both sides, and I'm an independent voter. I'm not registered Democrat or Republican.
Did you vote for Trump?
And I weigh all the issues. Hell no.
See?
You got to be kidding.
That's my point.
Okay, no. Okay,
did you vote for Kamala Harris?
Yes, I did.
And why?
Because she is more for the United States of America instead of just for himself.
And why you vote for Kamala?
Because she's for the general United States of America, and she's not promoting just herself.
And she's for America in what way?
In helping all people, as much as she can. All people.
Helping all people
do
what?
As much as Congress and the House will let her. Huh?
Helping all people do what?
Have a better economy.
And so, how long has she been in?
Environment.
How long has she been in there already?
As a vice president, she's been in there. Which, when you want to talk about VPs, what is her main job?
How long has she been in there already?
How long? What is a vice president's main job?
How long has she been in there already? You didn't answer that.
Going on 4 years.
And what has she done to?
What has her job?
What has she done to help America?
She's been at voting for the vote when they need a vote.
Voted for the vote?
Congress.
What the?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean? What
hers
has
is a
she
deciding
done
vote.
to
Did you
help
not know?
all
Did
Americans?
you not know she is
Adrian,
the deciding vote?
What's her name? Ardene?
Yeah. Did you not know that she's the
Ardene.
deciding vote?
Ardene. I thought you
What?
were an independent thinker.
Yeah, I am.
What has she done to help America?
Okay, she's voted the deciding vote for the border bill that was passed that Trump turned down because he wanted it for political purposes,
Ardene.
so we could use it on his campaign.
Ardene.
That's what she did.
Ardene,
One thing.
What has
Let's
she
see,
done?
She did.
What has she done for America?
I told you what she did for America. You didn't listen.
But you can get a monkey to vote. That doesn't mean anything.
Trump's a monkey. That's a good one. You got one good. Okay.
So, Ardene, now do you see
what?
that women can't think logically, and that's why you voted?
You're the one that says that he's for Trump. That's not thinking logically.
I am for Trump.
I know. That's not thinking logically.
Oh,
okay, explain to me the Citizens United Act. Explain to me that one.
What?
The Citizens United. Explain to me that.
I don't know what that is, but what does that have to do?
Exactly, my point.
What does that have to do with how the cow ate the cabbage?
My point exactly. You don't know. You're not informed. My point exactly.
But you haven't made a point. You just asked me. You haven't made a point.
Okay, no.
You haven't made.
My point is I'm explaining to you. You're not informed.
Ardene.
What?
You didn't make a point with that at all.
Yes, I
You
did.
just asked
I'm
me about-
informed. I know what Citizens United is. You don't. Isn't that sad?
That makes you smart.
How old are you? You're 72.
Ardene.
We're the same age. You were born in 52.
888-7. I let her go. 888-7753-773. I let her go. She's not listening. Let me go to Bryce. Is it Bryce? A first-time caller out of South Carolina. Bryce, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. Thanks for having me. How are you?
All is well. Thanks for calling.
So I just had a couple things.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen this meme, but it says apparently leaving people alone or apparently not bothering people bothers people. And I've kind of seen that play out in my own life, like in real time. I recently have cut my family off. My mom, dad, my brother in particular, I blocked him because he's just so outrageous and slanderous, disrespectful to say the least. My parents, I gave a lot of distance to, and just don't really talk to them. I don't have a need to. They don't seem to understand that, my mom particularly. But I had something happen. Like I said, I had my brother blocked. And I had a very specific question that I wanted to ask him in regards to a subject that he would know.
Right.
So I called him, and I know how he is. He's younger than me. I'm 36, so that makes him 27. He's a career student, still don't have a degree. That's kind of besides the point, but you might be able to understand the mindset. But I get on the phone with him, and I'm like, hey, I got this question. Let's not beat around the bush. I just want to see if you know what I'm talking about. And the question that I had, he answered, and he didn't even really answer. It was touched on very briefly till he immediately moves on to just the easiest way, just begging me to leave my husband. And it was like one attack after another, like, okay, this don't work, so he moved on to something else to push me. That didn't work, so it was just, each one was worse and worse. Obviously he's getting this information, some sort of information from my mom, I don't know, because my husband and I had talked about separating. I don't work or anything, so I'm going to have somewhere to go. And I, reach out to my mom and dad and my mom and let her know. And she was aware that could be happening. I had this gnawing feeling in me. Don't go back there. I just not to go back there, and I would have to move several states away, hundreds of miles away to go back there. But so I guess he's getting some information from my mom. But he goes as far as saying, I'm destroying my daughter. She's 12. Said because I didn't let her try out for volleyball, which was a lie. I don't even know where he got that at. She very much did try out. And said because I didn't let her go to a dance, I was keeping her, I was destroying her life, keeping her from having friends. And I'm just so blown away by all this. And I'm like, where is this even coming from? I know it's coming from my mom, but it's basic. He's saying what my mom wants to say, what my mom won't say, though. It ended with him literally begging me to leave my husband and me telling him, I want to be here. I'm here because I want to be. And he's telling, oh, no, that's not true. You're just brainwashed. You don't want to be there. I'm like, how are you going to tell me what I want? And basically, I mean, it was endless. And it was just like attack after attack after attack. And the question is, I mean, I obviously feel like it's the devil pulling me back because I'm trying to do the right thing. Even if my husband and I did decide to separate, I've got to do that on my own 2 feet. I go back there, I'm be in a much worse situation. And I just kind of want all the horrible things he was saying. And it just gave me a realization that I know I'm better off without them. And basically that. But I was just, is this something that I should address or mention to my mom, or should I just kind of let it go and know that's basically kind of the end of the road?
I recommend you move on with your life and forget about them.
And that's what I'm trying to do. And for the first time in my life.
Why do you communicate with them? You don't have to communicate with them at all. You could just live your life now.
Right. And I guess that's what I should do. My dad is sick. So that's kind of the reason I left the line of communication for them open.
Why?
In case something happens to him.
Well,
because,
if something
if
happens,
he's dying, I would like to know.
But if something, you'll find out if he expire or not.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But you shouldn't, don't be angry at them, but just move on and live your life and not involve them in your life. You don't owe them anything. Right. You don't have any responsibility for them, no obligation. Just move on and live your life. Why not just block them from your phone and just live your life?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I just kind of wanted to see what you had to say about it. And really, for the first time in my life when that happened, I didn't feel angry. I was a little sad at the end of it because of the horrible things he was saying. But
don't let him into your business.
I didn't feel anything at all I won't anymore because I see now it's just a tactic to put something against me and pull me back in. They used to have a lot of control over me, and my husband says it's all they want. They want you back there so they can control you. And I believe that at this point. And my brother's like, you used to be this strong, independent woman before all this and that. I said, I didn't want to be. No woman wants to be strong and independent, single mom, living on your own. No woman wants that. I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
I said, I feel very, very thankful that I have a husband that takes care of things. And I don't want to go back on being a single mom and leave that. Why would anybody want to?
That's right. But let me ask.
Go ahead.
Have you forgiven your mother and father?
I have. My husband actually put me on to you, and I had actually forgiven my mom many times, even before he ever told me I needed to. And since then, I've come on to you. I've forgiven them again.
Okay,
my mom more directly. My dad, I have forgiven him too, but my mom, I've, let her, because she's brought things up, and I've had to say, I forgive you for all that, But what bothers me today is that okay, those things wasn't the things that happened to me and that I should forgive for and things like that growing up. Those things are still happening today. My mom will buy these little short shorts for my daughter. She's 12 years old.
But why do you let your daughter around your mother?
Well, and that's the thing. She would go and spend summers with them.
Why you
because
let
we
that
live
happen?
so far away.
That's
Well,
not.
I'm not anymore. We've put a stop to that now. Me and my husband have said, okay, that's done. He's not her father. He's her stepfather. So, but we've come to an agreement. Okay, that's done. And I don't even think we'll go on Christmas because it's dangerous for her to be around them. And
I wouldn't even consider going there for Christmas. Why are you even thinking about that?
Well, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. My daughter brought it up. Oh, I can't wait. Just a couple days ago. I can't wait to go to Nana and Papa's for Christmas. And I didn't even say, I was like, oh, how am I going to tell her we ain't going?
Like this.
And
we're
she's
not
going
going
to sit here and be bored.
Just say we're not going over there anymore.
Well, she's asked to call them, and I've had to tell her no.
Right.
So, that conversation with her is coming. I was just trying to work myself up to that.
Do you still have anger?
Yeah, I do. I'm definitely not out of the fallen state. I do feel like a lot of this is like the devil trying to pull me back in. And even because I'm even having thoughts of things that I've done throughout my life that I never even thought about.
And where are you getting those thoughts from?
Well, obviously from the devil, and that's what I was about to say. It's like the devil saying, oh, you can't be holy because you remember you did this. You can't be holy. You did this. So I'm trying to, do the silent prayer and...
Are you doing it?
Counter-react. I don't do it every day. I need to. I don't do it every day, no.
And why not?
I don't even know. Laziness, I guess.
What?
Stubbornness. Lazy, stubborn. I don't know.
Because
I should...
if you didn't love your misery, you would be doing the silent prayer every day so you could stay present rather than being in your head thinking about the past or the future. That's where the devil want you. He want you in the imagination. You're not working on yourself, Bryce.
Well, I'm trying. I guess I thought I was.
You're not trying. You're not doing the silent prayer. You're not staying present. You still have anger. You're not blocking your folks from your phone. You don't have to have them on your phone at all to communicate with them at all.
You're absolutely
and you
right.
still have anger.
Well, I don't expect it all to kind of go away at once.
Why not?
Was that how it works?
Are you expecting not to go away at once?
No, that's not it. I'm saying I just think it's like a gradual process.
But how would you know if you're not working on yourself? You're still listening to the devil. All thoughts, all lies, all the time.
I catch myself doing that, and I just kind of tell myself sometimes out loud, all thoughts are all lies all the time, to kind of bring myself back to present. And so I find myself doing that. And the silent prayer, it's like I have so many racing thoughts that it's hard.
But that's why you do the silent prayer, so you can see those thoughts. And if you see them, when you see them, you're not in them. But when you don't see them, you're in them. And that's where the problem is. You believe you're your thoughts. So that's why you should be doing the silent prayer, so you can see the number of thoughts that you're having.
I definitely, I will definitely start doing that more to be check on myself. I need to do it twice a day like you recommend.
I promise you that if you did the silent prayer, you stay present, and so in your head, you drop the anger, you would not even think about what other people are thinking or saying or doing.
Yeah.
Your folks wouldn't even be on your mind.
Yeah, my mom has just guilted me so much.
But if you forgive
throughout
her...
my whole life.
I know, but if you forgive her, you will forget it. Forgive means to forget.
And that's another thing. I have forgiven her. I've said it out loud. I've put it in text.
But then if you were forgiving her, she wouldn't be bothering you. You wouldn't be... She would not be able to get to you the way she is right now.
And I guess the reason why it does get to me is because I still allow her in my life, and things happen in the present time, like, you know, the crap with my daughter and things like that, things that they might say to her.
But it's your fault that you're letting her into your life. It's your fault that you send your daughter over there. It's your fault. You can't blame your mother for that.
I know. I don't at all. So, it is my fault. And and that's another thing. I hold on to guilt, feeling like I've messed my daughter up just by letting her go over there.
And who's telling you that?
The devil.
So why are you worshiping the devil?
Well, I don't. God knows I don't mean to. I don't try to. It's just, I guess, kind of my addiction in life is kind of being in my head, and I didn't notice that or realize that until recent times, maybe 6 months ago. I think, you know, they say everybody's got an addiction. I think mine has been in my head.
It's not it's not an addiction. You are lost. You are lost in your imagination and thoughts.
Yeah. I just keep, I focus on everything that's happened to me.
And you know why, right?
I don't.
You love it.
I guess.
No, you do. You love the thrill of being angry at your mother. You love the thrill of arguing with your brother. You love the thrill of not telling your daughter she's not going back over there anymore because grandma is evil. You love the thrill of everything you're going through because if you didn't love it, you would drop it.
You're absolutely right.
You love the thrill of it.
Is that something I should tell my daughter?
Yeah.
I've been refraining from telling because I don't want to distort that image for her. I want her to come to that conclusion herself.
It's a false image.
Well, it is, but I mean, I don't want to be the one telling her grandma's evil.
Why not?
You know, I mean, I don't mind it because I do believe she is. But I don't know if my daughter understands at 12 years old the concept of evil.
At 12?
I mean, at 12 years old, I think something evil is a murderous person or something like that.
No.
That's what I thought.
Anyone that has anger is evil. Anyone that has anger is a murderer.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Well, you broke it down perfectly for me, and I think I know what I got to do is just block them all and just move on with my life.
But didn't your husband tell you the same thing?
Yeah, he did.
Why not obey him?
Well, I mean, he hasn't told me to block them. He don't want to tell me to cut off my parents, I'm sure. But he does tell me they're evil.
And why don't you obey him then?
Well, I do. I don't talk to them.
Why don't you listen to your husband? You're not listening to your husband. You're not listening to God. You're not listening to your husband. You're listening to Satan. Why? Why will you continue to listen to Satan?
I guess thinking I know something better. It's my family. I know that they're not really like that. He don't know them the way I do. It's probably deep. What's in my head is what I'm thinking. And
so you
why
still believe in a lie, right?
And two, it's just if something does happen, to have somebody to fall back on.
Hey,
I'm listening.
Don't do if something should happen. Trust God, and God will be with you.
Yeah, and I've tried to do that. And
no, you're not. You're not trying that. You are not doing the silent prayer every day. You're not watching those thoughts, and you're not dropping your anger, and you're still listening to thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your honesty.
Stop loving your misery. You love being upset at them. You love it when you're arguing with your brother. You love it. You just love it when your brother talks to you that way. It makes you feel something, and that makes you feel like you're better. It makes you feel something. That's evil.
It does make me feel, if I'm being honest, it does make me feel like I'm better because I know. Like
Hold on.
He's saying I wouldn't slander.
Hold on. Let me take a quick break. Back in a moment. 888-7753-773. Let me go quickly back to Bryce out of South Carolina. Bryce.
Yes.
Here's what I recommend. Do what you want, but I recommend. You got to calm down. stop speaking so fast and so excited and so emotional.
Well, I'm a little bit nervous on the phone today, so I
Okay.
apologize for that.
Yeah, relax. And then make sure you realize your mother could not help herself. And forgive her, hold no anger toward her or your father or anyone, your brother or anyone. Do not be angry. They couldn't help themselves as you cannot help yourself, right?
Right.
And then you don't need to forgive anymore because once you forgave, you're done with that. And do the silent...
I feel like...
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. I feel like I have to just like literally leave them and not speak to them in order to overcome this because...
No, you have to forgive and you're done that and just go live your life. It's the forgiveness that makes you free and stand out of the thoughts. That's what makes you free. Because you can move to West Hell, and if you still be angry at them, they still have control over you.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's not their fault that you allow them to control you like this. You're letting this happen. You don't want to talk to your brother. You don't want to get upset. You're the one angry. You can't blame anyone for what's happening in your world. This is inside of you. All of your issues are inside of you. They're not outside. They're in you, and no one is to blame but you.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
So do what you want, but I would just keep them. Don't be calling them. Don't answer their calls, and don't be angry. And just go live your life. And you said your husband, you and your husband breaking up or something?
No, I think we've kind of moved past that and moving forward. But there was times where that was talked about.
Oh,
and,
okay.
I mentioned it to my mom because I thought I was going to have to go back there.
But see, if you were to stay present, you would never think about going backwards. There is no There is no backward to go to, but you're listening to the devil. You still believe thoughts.
Yeah.
So work on that, all right? Work on your thoughts.
I definitely am. I'm going to follow your advice, and because I know deep down that's what's best. I know that's how I need to move forward. I've already removed myself from all social media and stuff to try not be triggered or influenced by anything. So
yeah,
that's the next step.
Right. Absolutely. And just live your life and let the world go by. Don't even think about the world and people of the world because human beings are evil. And they love making other people evil because they're feeling that. And they love the thrill. They're miserable thrills, and they love inflicting thrills upon other people so they can feel alive. It's not real, but that's what they feel is evil. So just go and live your life. You and your husband, your kid, and live your life.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's the only way for real happiness and peace.
The only way for happiness and peace is to live your life and overcome the imagination, overcome anger.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I appreciate it, Jesse. I appreciate you kind of putting me in my place and being honest.
And stay with the silent prayer.
I definitely will. I appreciate it.
And you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. So, how are you feeling this morning? Isn't it like amazing? I want to show you who Donald Trump. If you don't know by now who the Great White Hope is, let me just show you. Watch this.
If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but are none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Amazing. That is Donald Trump. All the mess he went through. Tried to lock him up, assassinate him, lying on him. I mean, just everything. Invaded his home down in Florida. And he won. Congratulations, Mr. President. And congratulations, we the people. Congratulations. The great white hope is back. And so are my experts. My experts are here. To my 4-4 left, and you're right. The Hake of the Hake Report. Hake from the Hake Report, an expert here on the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. And we're going to get to all of your calls as well. Hake of the Hake Report is here. And to his left and my right and your right. Joel Friday TV, he black. And the host of Joel Friday TV, Monday through Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and an expert here on the JLP show. And to my 4-4 right, way over yonder, not over here, but over there.
Far right.
Far right. The American anchor baby. The American anchor baby. And the host of the show at 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. And an expert here on JLP Talk. Congratulations. How y'all feeling this morning?
Hey.
It's interesting. I walked in the office today playing We Are Champion.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Amazing.
No, I didn't know what to expect this morning. I had in my mind, I guess, that it was going to be this drawn out thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it was going to be told the next morning that he won.
The results, yeah.
Yeah, the results.
I thought it was going to take, they said it was going to take days.
Yeah. Because last time it took a while, right? Last time it took a while because they had to count votes and do all that stuff. So I thought it was going to be drawn out like that as well. So it was a pleasant surprise this morning too.
Well, they couldn't do nothing but announce it this time because it was a mandate.
Yeah, it was domination. I know I too had that. I was thinking about when I voted for George W. Bush in the year 2000 against Al Gore.
Right.
And we didn't know for like days or weeks.
Oh.
I remember they had all those hanging chads and stuff like that.
Crazy.
Hanging chads. When you used to have to poke your ballot.
Right.
And if you didn't poke it all the way through, there would be a chad that was hanging.
Y'all don't even know about the chad, huh?
See, hanging chad would mean something different to the Zoom. I was like,
so I was like,
curve there.
Well, it's about time for something like that to happen again. But no, thankfully, Trump is a decisive winner.
20 million votes. They had 81 million with Biden in 2020, 61 million with Kamala. Just 20 million people like not into it.
Wow, that's a big number.
Yeah, that is a big difference.
Yeah, where'd they go?
Well, it makes sense because I couldn't imagine anyone voting, not one person voted for Kamala Harris And I knew that the women were doing it because they love, especially white women, they love abortion.
Yeah.
They love abortion.
I heard
more than they love gold coal.
I heard, but I don't know, that the white women voted 53% for Trump.
Right.
But I don't know if that's
white
true.
women. I saw
Is
that.
that true?
I saw the white women did.
Was that the final number? I don't know. If we
They
have
were.
the
It
final
was like 58% white men, 52% white women, and they were the only out of all the women demographics. They were the only ones who were over 50% for Trump.
The white women?
Yeah.
Finally.
I tried to tell you guys. People say, "Oh, white women are the worst." No, they're not.
They seem to be the most educated ones, and so they tend to go left.
Yeah, especially the young ones.
Well, congratulations, white women.
I know.
And it's been said that the black men really stood up for Trump, too.
I heard something like 25%.
Yeah.
Hey.
What the?
25%, not too shabby, blacks.
Punchy, we've been playing clips, though, of actually black people outspokenly voting for Trump and saying that they're supporting Trump and they don't want the current administration or, you know.
Yeah, one thing about black people, they ain't going to hide who they voted for.
No.
I know. I was in line yesterday to vote. Man, I had to get in line. It was so inconvenient. Next door.
Didn't you just have an episode about low propensity voters?
Yeah, I did.
Keeping those people out.
I said we need to make it inconvenient to vote. And this black guy with his white girlfriend, probably in his 50s maybe, he was arguing with this like Russian immigrant or some guy, like a big
in the line
businessman. Yeah, in line. And the black guy was like, "I'm voting for Kamala because Trump hates black people." And the immigrant, the guy with the foreigner, he said, if Kamala wins, they're going to have war. He's like, I don't care. You can't ask me. You don't ask a white man if Trump hates black people. You ask me as a black man, Trump hates black people. That's all I care about. Like, how does that make you objective?
He must be crying at his milk this morning.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Nick, did you stay up and watch all that, the so-called experts talk about it? About who's going to win, who's not, and all that mess?
I really am black or Mexican or something. No, senora, I'm too tired. I no stay up. I no stay up for Trump win.
You got a call for an
I could have
illegal.
stayed up a little later.
I didn't stay up at all and watch it. Zero.
I've
I
seen
went
a
to
little
sleep
bit.
and didn't wake up until this morning.
I tuned into a little bit to this one guy. I guess I won't say it, but he was like showing him like counting the votes and stuff like that. So I seen a little bit of what was expected, and Trump was like leading by a lot. But I didn't know that it was going to be a victory this morning. Didn't know that for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, I woke up to that.
Yeah.
You did?
I woke up to watch his his speech and see the electoral map.
I went to sleep at my normal time, and I didn't wake up until it was time to pray.
I know.
That was a smart way to do it. I was looking on Twitter, and pretty much right away on Twitter, people were like, "Oh, Trump won."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I checked Reddit, and somebody was like, "What the heck, America?"
Wait, so how many votes did Biden get the first time?
I'm looking at the
81
electoral
million.
map.
81 million?
81, yep.
And then Kamala got 60?
66.
I think Biden was still in the race, he wouldn't have got 80 again.
No, yeah,
Like, it would have been way.
no.
But
it
it
was
was
just an energy against Trump last time.
Right.
yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, you think he would have got 80?
I don't think he. I think
He
it
would
way
not
lower.
have
don't
gotten
think. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So one of my sisters texted me this thing and says, she said, I feel like we're all in court waiting for the judge to decide who's gonna take over. Who's
Like
gonna
divorce
take
kids.
who's gonna take us again?
Divorce
kids who
court.
gets the house.
Yeah, it felt like a divorce today.
Totally.
Yeah.
He's
Just
like,
bitter.
She said it felt like we're all being. It's a divorce, and the judge trying to decide who's going to take
Who's
the
gonna
kids.
get the kids?
Who's
Both
gonna
sides
take
hate each
over?
other.
Yeah.
Neither one has any say.
We
They're
get the
hoping.
house and we get the house and the kids.
Hope and dread.
It felt like that's what we were waiting for the judge to decide. Who get us? Who's going to take over? It was funny.
Yeah.
Amazing. So And so none of you guys stayed up and watched all that mess beforehand.
I was
so-called experts didn't know what they were
only
talking
hate-
about. They didn't know who was going to win at all.
Yeah, and the YouTube that I watched was they were Republicans. They were all Republicans. Candace Owens was on there too, and everybody was already pushing for Trump.
Right.
But it was already looking like it was going to be. I mean, everybody kind of knew popularity-wise it was going to be Trump. Nobody just knew behind the scenes what was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah. So that.
So
was
how did the Democrat voters react last night? Did they cry?
Oh man,
they cried.
Yeah, they were like mad. There were. I heard that there were people crying, leaving Kamala's, little thing that she was going to speak at Howard University, her little election party.
Amazing.
Because she shut down early and said, "I'm not going to speak tonight." Or her manager.
that poor Camilla. Don't blame Camilla. She don't know if she's black or white or India.
How does it work? Where does she go now? What does she do?
Back to hell.
She goes, to the gulag. No, that's a joke.
She go. I guess she go wait until the end of the year and she'll be done. Go back to San Francisco and sit down.
But does she still have like a position?
She's still vice president.
That's what I was gonna say.
Right.
But I mean, like after Trump actually officially
What they
gets in
swear
there, what
Trump
is
is? No, it's over.
So is she
She got
got
no
a
job.
job? But she had a job. She's unemployed.
She's on the unemployment line.
That's right, because has she been replaced as senator?
Yeah.
Wasn't she a senator at one point?
Yeah, but that's gone too.
Yeah.
Nobody will vote for Camilla no more.
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
over.
Yeah, that's it.
And now her husband no longer has to be the first man.
The second gentleman.
Yeah,
I believe it, Doug. I think he'll bring it back. Like, he's got it in him. He's got the dog in him a bit.
Amazing. So what I want to do, and then I'll take some calls, I wanted you to hear, congratulations, Donald Trump. You're the man. You're the man. Right on. Especially after all you've been through and you did not give up. You didn't give in and you did not give up. And Donald Trump is a perfect example of how we should live on earth. Really. He really, really is. He's the brother to Jesus Christ. Really. A true son. Here's from Fox News. The Fox News decision desk projects that former Donald Trump has defeated Vice President Kamala Harris in a stunning victory, delivering him a second term in the White House. Have we ever had this before where somebody ran for president one time and then they lost the next time? They won the first time, they lost, and then they won again.
Grover Cleveland.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I read that on the internet.
Amazing.
100 years ago.
After a historic election cycle filled with unprecedented twists and turns and 2 attempts on his life. Last night, the president gave his victory speech. Here it is from Fox News. Watch this.
Well, I want to thank you all very much. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends in this incredible movement. This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before.
That's for sure.
And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country and maybe beyond. And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And we made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
Amazing. AJD.
But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your
We the
47th
people.
president and your 45th president. And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day, I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have. This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to make America great again.
That's amazing. Donald Trump is president. That is like mind blowing. It's a gift from God.
Yeah.
Your body, our choice.
That's amazing. I like your hat, Nick.
Thank you.
It's bigger than your head.
Way bigger.
I'm really curious to see how this immigration thing plays out, though.
Lock them up.
I know, but I'm curious to see how the whole process goes
Yeah.
about and how it works. So it's going to be
It's
interesting.
been a pleasure, folks.
It's amazing too. They try.
We love the illegals.
It's been a slice.
Sayonara.
It's been good being here with y'all
Adios.
as the anchor baby.
No, as the anchor baby. Adios.
I do it. I'll leave with a tear and a smile.
Anchor Baby was talking to an illegal just last night.
Yeah, that's true.
On his show?
An illegal for Trump.
An illegal for Trump.
Nice.
And he was grateful. It's strange
Nice.
the position to hear someone show gratitude. I guess it could rub a lot of people the wrong way, but he had a gratitude.
Right
and
on.
It was interesting to listen to.
It's going to be interesting now to see if all the Haitian will they continue to eat the cats and the dogs.
Allegedly.
Down in Ohio. Allegedly. Will they eat up all the cats?
So I do have a question, though. As far as the illegals that are here now,
right?
Is there plans to get rid of them, or they stay and we don't let no more new ones in?
He plans to deport.
Yeah,
he
gonna
has a
send 'em back.
deportation force getting ready.
Right, he's going to send them all back. He's going to go to work and get them.
I know.
At their jobs, at their houses, at their restaurant. They leaving here. I don't know where they're going, but they leaving here.
I know some, so I wonder how. I'm gonna ask her how you feel.
Didn't Kamala chant like shut down ICE or something dumb like that way back 5 years ago?
It almost sounds familiar, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a mess, huh?
It is a mess.
The Democrats show that they hate this country. They do not love it. I think it's so amazing that J.D. Vance is now the vice president of the United States of America. And I'm not bragging, but I was hoping that Trump would choose J.D. I kept saying that man down in Ohio would be a good VP. Remember I said that?
Yeah.
Before he chose him. I like he would be a good one. And lo and behold, he chose J.D. Vance.
I didn't even hear about him when I first heard of him through you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, "Who's that guy?"
Young too. Young.
And they had all those other right-on Republicans lined up. The one from Florida.
Yeah.
And I'm like, J.D.
Nice.
But J.D. just seemed to be bold. I think he might be a little weak with his wife, but that's okay.
That's everybody.
Right.
Every married person.
And the reason I think it may be weak with his wife because I heard him say that or maybe she said it, maybe he said it, that his wife wanted to go to law school, but they had children, or at least a child. And so they had to bring her mother to come live with them so she could go to law school. I'm like, Berta!
Yeah, she gets on stage and talks about his trauma or something like that. She I don't know. She didn't go into detail, but to even say that on a stage, like.
But you think about how young he is.
Yeah,
and that's their generation.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like
That's a good way of putting it.
not even. Is he 40? Maybe he's 40.
I think he's in 30 still.
He's young. I don't know. He y'all age.
Which is awesome.
That
I was
is-
thinking about
yeah,
that. He's
quite
vice
interesting.
president.
Yeah. To his credit, though, he has 2 boys.
Real man made boys first. He know the
Forceful
secret.
man.
He's
He
from the
knows
South.
secret. There you go.
Up north. Here's JD accepted speech from Fox last night. Then your phone calls.
Wild.
JD's going to be the next president after Trump.
Well, Mr. President, I appreciate you allowing me to join you on this incredible journey. I thank you for the trust that you placed in me. And I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America. And under President Trump's leadership, we're never going to stop fighting for you, for your dreams, for the future of your children. And after the greatest political comeback in American history, we're going to lead the greatest economic comeback in American history under Donald Trump's leadership.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. He's turned out to be a good choice.
It was.
I took a little heat at the beginning, but he was. I knew the brain was a good one, about as good as it gets. And we love the family, and we're going to have a great 4 years, and we're going to turn our country around, make it something very special. It lost that little thing called special. We have to make it so. We're going to make this so great. It's the greatest country and potentially the greatest country in the world by far. And right now we're going to just work very hard to get all of that back. We're going to make it the best it's ever been. We can do that. If we had to wait longer, I don't know. It was going bad, and it was going bad fast. We're going to have to seal up those borders, and we're going to have to let people come into our country.
Nice. See? You're going to seal those borders up and send them back.
I love it.
But JD, the liberal press, hate him. They hate him as much as they hate Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Something that Trump said in his speech that I didn't capture for the show.
What?
He said that JD has no problem going into any old press, liberal media
he did.
thing, and he just makes them look bad.
Yeah. He went everywhere they invited him and told him to shut up.
And he has fun with it.
He just says, yep, whenever they ask him that all these other people are afraid. They're like, oh, do I really have to?
Right.
But when they ask Vance, he says, yeah, sure.
Did I see that on your show, or did I see that Trump say that?
No, I heard it this morning, and I was watching the whole thing, the
Yeah.
speech.
He like, y'all just need to sit down and shut up. Who is that woman from
Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Maisie
The men
Hirono.
just need to sit down and shut up. Where is she now?
Shut up and step up.
Yeah.
VPJD.
Nobody heard from Camilla, right?
Nor this as of this morning I was listening to the radio. No Kamala and no Biden. Well, Biden's probably not awake yet.
Right.
Biden was partying with Trump.
Yeah.
He was happy
Trump was like,
too.
"We did it, Joe. We did it."
Somebody saw Joe Biden's wife walking somewhere yesterday, and she had on all red. And they're like, oh, look at whatever her name is.
Jill.
Dr. Jill.
Jill is said in a message that it's going to be a red wave tonight. I think I saw it on answer somewhere.
It's funny. I think the older Democrats just knew, right? They're just, these people really going to run like this? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys want to crash and burn?
Camilla, this is from X. Camilla just pretended to talk on let's see. Camilla pretended to talk to a voter on her phone, but mistakenly showed that her phone was on the camera app. Watch this from CNN.
How you doing? Have you voted already?
Give me a second.
You did? Thank you.
What is that?
She didn't even talk to nobody.
Maybe she is.
It's so important that everybody participates, and I thank you, because I'm sure you got a lot of other things you could be doing. Taking the time to vote really does make a difference. Thank you for that.
Oh, it's ringing. Was she talking to anyone?
I don't think that was her.
No, I'm playing. That wasn't her. But was she talking to anyone?
Who knows?
That's so embarrassing, actually, if that's true.
What?
Who freaking
No,
knows
I can
with
tell.
that?
She moved it kind of fast. And the last thing about Camilla, and then I'll take your call.
We don't quite have time for that. We got 10 seconds.
Oh.
I can be on the phone and have my camera on.
Let me see. I guess
5, 4.
Maybe
So it's
she
possible.
Yeah,
She
it's
might have really
possible.
been on the phone,
2,
guys.
Yeah.
1.
We'll give her that.
Back
She
in a
already
moment.
lost.
Okay, welcome back. 888-775-3773. You know, normally the loser of a campaign give a defeated speech. Camilla did not do that. They couldn't find her. The people who were voting for her, they were waiting to hear her defeated speech. She didn't show up. And they were like, what? The Guardian is reporting that Kamala Harris never took the stage at her election night watch party on the Howard University campus in Washington, D.C., as Americans appeared poised to return Donald Trump to power. It was her first campaign co-chair, Cedric Richmond, who appeared instead. She wouldn't even show up. You're supposed to say, hey, congratulations, Mr. Trump. You defeated me. I've been defeated. Watch this from X.
We still have votes to count. We still have states that have not been called yet. We will continue overnight to fight to make sure that every vote is counted, that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the vice president tonight.
I bet you won't.
But you will hear from her tomorrow. She will be back here tomorrow to address not only the HU family, not only to address her supporters, but to address the nation.
No Camilla. And they said some of the people left crying. I didn't see that, but that's what I heard. Is that true, Hake?
That's what I heard, too.
They left crying. Amazing. You probably won't see Camilla no more.
That's it. She had her little moment.
Congratulations, Camilla. Go back to San Francisco and sit down and shut up.
Good try.
Yeah. You tried. She black. Amazing. Let me go quickly to Jason, a first-time call out of Arizona. Jason, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
All is well, sir. How are you?
I'm well. Amazing.
Amazing.
You know, so I just want to call. I'm a big fan, just like the last caller. Like, you changed my life in so many ways. I used to be a liberal. And one of the things that drove me over was just seeing how the spirit, this evil, wicked spirit of these Democrats, how they literally pushed this Kamala up to the position she's in, even before this race, like when Joe Biden was running, and they were like, oh, we got to get a black woman. And who are we going to get? Oh, Kamala Harris. And now we can't call her a DEI hire. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's insane, man. It reminds me of when they put that black female on the court. And remember, she didn't know what a woman was? And so she wasn't qualified at all. But they put her there simply because she was black and female. It's amazing my country going down the road in that way. It's just awful, man.
But, you know, this is one thing I wanted to say, Jesse. Like, I feel hopeful now.
Yeah.
Because, so the great white hope, Donald Trump, is in office, and everybody on the left is like, oh, it's so bad and sad. But really, he's going to bring us together. Yeah. Number one, the blacks are waking up. Like, look how many of us, the blacks, voted for her, right?
The blacks.
So
what's wrong with the blacks?
What's wrong with the blacks? I'm starting to get hope for the blacks now. You know, like I said, I'm black as an ace of spades. You know, but 100% American.
That's right.
And so
that's right.
And so also I was starting to get the fear, Jesse, because those radical homosexuals and lesbians are so loud. They're so loud.
Yeah.
And they scream and they make all this fuss. And it's almost like they are taking over. And I don't even know what they're fighting for. Like, I was in Hollywood recently. They got a whole march, the police protecting them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they mad about. Like, they winning everything right now.
I know.
So my point is, Kamala winning, Trump winning is actually good for the races because we're not going to have all this race baiting going on from the presidency. We're not going to have people up there that's like the press secretary just because she black. So there's going to be a lot of things where like we're just going to be we have blacks coming together. We have people from other minorities coming together because they realize that the great white hope is the great white hope for everybody.
Yep. Amazing. You're absolutely right, man. Thank you, Jason. Amazing call. I appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thanks. Take care, Jason.
Amazing. Black. What's wrong with the blacks? The blacks are voting. I think that a lot of people is so accustomed to seeing the blacks live on the plantation of the Democratic Party, and now that is changing, and they're like, what the? Because the blacks are starting to think for themselves now. They don't have that so-called leadership in between them and what's really going on. They can see now for themselves what's happening. How did Trump do in New York? Anybody know?
I don't know.
It's going to be interesting to hear about that because you got a lot of cover there in New York. A lot of people loved him. So I'm being told 44% for Trump in New York there.
Not too bad.
That's solid.
Right on.
That's amazing.
Within reach.
Thank you, Omi. My PR guy just told me. The internet is saying mega square garden. That's right. First time caller out of Canada is Chris. Chris, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well. Chris, how you?
Oh, I'm excited. I stayed up till 1 o'clock last night to see your great white hope become president, man. It was amazing.
Amazing, huh? Did you think that he would or would not win?
Oh, I thought he was going to win. I was praying for him. I thought he was going to win. This campaign was the best one they ever did.
Yeah.
Like, and, you know, people are waking up finally. Like our protest here we did in Ottawa. I'm being sued for $400 million. They froze my bank account for 39 days.
Wow.
Like I started Adopt a Trucker. So what we did is we helped the truckers when they came. We gave them food and water and shelter and gave them places to stay. I'm a trucker myself. But, yeah, you guys have always encouraged us to have freedom of speech, freedom of expression. So, you know, and then you guys raised money for us, too. Like over 60% of my donations came from Americans.
Right on.
You guys are amazing. We love you guys.
That's amazing, man. Y'all need a Donald Trump over there.
Oh, I tell you, we got to get rid of Trudeau. He's crazy. Our prime minister's crazy. Like I'd move over to the States in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many conservative people here that believe what you tell everyone. Like we're messed up.
Right. I know,
we
man.
need you guys to make America great again and fix it up. Because
Absolutely.
then whatever falls off your table will come over here, and we know it. We're fast, right?
That's right. Amazing. Chris.
I'm jealous that you guys got so much excitement. I've been watching jets go by and firecrackers. And praise God for you guys that you made it right. And I'm glad that you're waking everyone up, no matter what color they are and no matter what language they speak.
That's right, man. Well, we love the truckers, and I'm so thankful that Donald Trump is back. And I'm glad to hear you're supporting him, man. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot. Thanks for the great work, and keep up your show, man. I listen to it when I'm not working.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Call me again.
Okay, praise God. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Amazing. They froze his money like that. What the? That's evil. Pure evil. Is it Diane from Texas? Diane, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
So I have a daughter, and I just kind of recently woke up, and I want her to be like a traditional, housewife. But I currently am not that. I work outside the home. I try to balance everything. I do the best I can. So I don't know how I'm going to teach her to do something that I am not, if that's even possible.
So how old is your daughter?
She's young. She's like 4.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about that. You work on you, and you're going to overcome your own old nature. It will be taken away from you, and you'll become of the new, and you would naturally, things would naturally be fine. Your daughter will see that in you, and that's what will cause her to go the right way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't try to force her to be that way. Don't just if she's so young, whatever you are is what she will become. So continue to work on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes, I do the silent prayer, but I try to do it consistently, but there are some days I don't do it. To be honest with you.
And why not?
Just because I work night shift, so it's kind of like hard to, like when I work nights, it's hard for me to figure out how to do it when first thing in the morning, you know?
Right.
So it's just, yeah.
But whenever, I understand working at night is difficult. I understand how that works on the body, but whenever you wake up in the morning, no matter what time that might be, it's always best to do it early in the morning, but if you work nights, that's going to be difficult to get up so early, right? What you do is just, when you do wake up, just wake up, look around you, maybe go wash your face off, and just relax for a minute and become aware. Close your eyes, let your whole body relax, and become present. Instead of rushing to work, lost in your head, thinking about what has happened or going to happen, just easily do it without any pressure at all, and it'll become natural for you.
Okay, that does make sense. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, all the advice you do, and it's I'm glad, and I'm very happy that Trump won. So,
right on.
As from that end, yes.
But I want to encourage you to stay with working on you, right? And then, and again, because what's going to happen, and if you stay with it, I promise you that this is going to happen if you stay with it. As that you change your heart by forgiving, dropping the anger, then the Father will take away, you start taking the darkness away from you by getting rid of your imagination, all of your thoughts and things. He would take those away and give you a clear mind, and everything's just going to be fine. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, and he's already kind of doing that now, because the old me would have been trying to like pressure her into doing something, but I know that I should just let it go and just, be in the present, and that's really helping me. I'm not where I need to be, but it's helping me not to like overreact or stress out about,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the light will guide your daughter as well, so don't worry about that. The light is everything, and it will guide your daughter. You can't make her be that way. You just work on you, and the light will do it for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Take care now.
All right.
Bye. I want to ask us what y'all think about something. I'm about to play something that Tucker Carlson, according to reports, said. I want to know, do you believe him or not? Do you believe that this is possible or not? I just heard about this the other day. My producer had found the story. He was telling me about it. And it's an amazing story. And so I want to know, it's Bible Thumper Thursday, right? So I want to know, what do you all think about this? Do you believe in demons, that there are demons? And that the demons can really attack you? I want to know what you think about this, folks. I really do. And then I go back to the phones. This is from X. First of all, I want to tell you, Tucker Carlson believed that he was attacked by demons. According to X, Tucker Carlson believed, or from X, Tucker Carlson believes he was attacked and mauled by a demon while in his bed a year and a half ago. Watch this from Tucker on X.
Do you think the presence of evil is kickstarting people to wonder about the good?
That's what happened to me.
That's what happened to you?
Oh yeah, I had a direct experience with it.
In the milieu of journalism, or just?
Nope, in my bed at night, and I got attacked while I was asleep with my wife and 4 dogs in the bed and mauled. Physically mauled.
In a spiritual attack by a demon?
Yeah, by a demon. Or by something unseen that left.
Is that right?
Claw marks on my sides, on my...
So it left physical marks?
Oh, they're still there. Yeah, yeah. A year and a half ago.
Was your wife terrified? I know you were.
I wasn't. I was totally confused. I woke up and I couldn't breathe, and I thought I was going to suffocate, and I walked around outside, and then I walked in, and my wife and dogs had not woken up, and they're very light sleepers. And then I had these terrible pains on my rib cage and on my shoulder, and I was just in my boxer shorts, and I went and flipped on the light in the bathroom, and I had 4 claw marks on either side underneath my arms and on my left shoulder, and they're bleeding.
Wait, they were bleeding?
They're bleeding, yeah. No, they're actual claw marks. And I sleep on my side, so I wasn't clawing myself. I don't have long nails. And they didn't fit my hands anyway. But yeah, that happened.
What do you think about that? Do you believe demons exist and that you can be attacked by them and they leave marks on you? What do you think about that? I want to hear from you. One more from Tucker, where he's discussing his encounter with a demon. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Tucker said he knew the encounter was spiritual. And he went on to contact his Christian assistant, I believe. Watch this from X.
So I'm not from a world where things like that happen. I never heard of anything like that happening before. I had no idea what that was. I knew it was spiritual immediately.
You did? Okay, that was going to be my question.
Yeah. I don't understand to this day. I'm not going to put it.
You didn't try to refute the spiritual part in your own mind. You went right into the.
Well, it didn't make any sense, and it doesn't now. But I'm not from a, what do they call it, faith tradition that talks about things like that or even acknowledges their existence. Like, there's nothing like that. I've never heard anybody say anything like that in my whole life.
What was the next day like?
Well, the next morning I woke up and I thought that was the weirdest dream I've ever had. And then I saw blood on my sheets and I realized that was not a dream at all. I called my assistant, who was like the only evangelical Christian I know, well enough to call with something bizarre like that, totally bizarre like that. And she said, oh yeah, no, that happens. Yeah, people are attacked in their bed by demons. What? What are you even talking about? Yeah.
888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Do you believe demons exist? And do you believe that you can be attacked by them and feel the physical pain of it? What do you think about Tucker's story there, Nick, the anchor baby?
Show us the claw marks. He said they're still there, right?
Right.
Show us the marks. When I think about it, I tend to believe what people say about stuff that they believe something happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be making a claim on something he's saying. I really just don't know. My mind went to show me the claw marks. Show us the claw marks. Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. I hear all sorts. I've heard all sorts of stories. People who died. They say all sorts of fantastical things, and they'll go to this level where they talk about demons but I don't find that information useful usually. Like, it might be true, but I've yet to experience something like that myself.
If he showed you the
claw why would a demon want to do that? You know what I mean? Like, reveal that sort of effect on the world when they have a power over people way scarier and subtle. I'm just rambling now, but it might be true. I don't know. Jeez.
And so, if he showed you the marks on him, would you believe it?
Not necessarily, I guess. I'm a little doubter.
You believe that demons exist?
Yeah, I think so. That's the only like logical explanation for a lot of things.
But
you know, people want to, the wind does this because of the sun and blah, blah, blah. But what about people? If everyone thought they were free, if everyone says they believe they're free, everybody believes they're free and like they have a will, like, but yet the world would be a different place if that was true. It's like the only logical explanation that demons are in control.
So you believe demons exist, but you don't believe they can attack you and leave physical marks?
I just don't know. But the question here is a little bit narrower. It's,
My
did this happen
producer
to
said
Tucker?
he doesn't believe it.
Say what?
Derek said he doesn't believe it.
The question here is a little narrower than that. It's like, do I believe that this happened to Tucker? And I feel a little silly having to answer that because whatever, it's his experience. You know,
So you don't believe it happened to Tucker?
I just don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Amazing. I just want to mention this, and I'll get to your calls. Yesterday it was reported that Kamala finally called President Trump. Now I'm just saying what they said reported. I don't know if you did or not, but and she's like, I guess admitted to the defeat that she lost, right? And so I imagine, and they said the call didn't last very long. So being a black female, I can imagine how she sounded. It was just me imagining. Just my imagination running away with me. I'm thinking, being a black woman, I can hear her, especially not liking Trump. She calling up, "Hello, may I speak with Donald Trump?" Yes. Who is this? Kamala. Kamala. Oh, okay, hold on. Donald Trump gets to the phone. Hello? Hey, Donald, this is Kamala. I just want to congratulate you. All right, on your win. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Being a black female, can you imagine that it went that way? Except if she was a black female overcoming her anger at the fallen state. But apparently, well, yesterday she did give a little speech over at Howard University. And it was interesting, to say the least. I want you to hear just a soundbite from us, a couple of soundbites. CBS has reported Vice President Kamala Harris conceded the election to President Donald Trump on Wednesday, urging her supporters to, in a speech delivered from her school, alma mater. That's how you say that? Alma mater. Not to despair, but to continue the fight that fueled this campaign. What fight? She never said what she was fighting for, except abortion. Here's the first soundbite from CBS.
Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Transfer of power.
A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, We owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States.
Oh, all of a sudden you remember the Constitution of this? I want Hake to come in for a minute and respond to this so-called congratulations and admitted defeat. Let me go. Here's one more soundbite from Fox News. This is from Fox News. Watch this.
Who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before.
Amazing. What did you think about her? Did you see her speech yesterday, Hake? This is Hake from the Hake Report and one of the experts on JLP Talk.
I caught the beginning of it, and I thought it was classless and angry because both of her comments at the beginning about we accept the results of the election and a peaceful transfer of power and democracy and the Constitution, not loyalty to the president.
Right.
Those are all barbed accusations and attacks on Trump from Trump's first term.
It was probably one of the worst defeated speech I ever heard.
Yeah.
It was angry and nasty, and there was no real congratulations, Mr. Trump. I'm going to work with you, whatever we can do to help to make it work. We got this.
She even used the word transition.
Right.
I shake my head.
And then she finally mentioned the Constitution. I didn't even know she knew we had a Constitution.
I know, huh?
Oh, you know. And she said something like, just because he's the president or something. Or something like that doesn't mean you got to listen to him. You got to listen to the Constitution.
Right.
When did she have that idea?
Only to undermine him.
I'm telling you.
And he's the only one who loves America, who's loyal to the country, and therefore the people who work for him should be loyal to him.
Right.
And then she's like, never stop fighting for making the world a better place. That speech didn't make the world a better place.
It was an undermining speech. It was like sending out a negative message as to you got to fight Donald Trump all the way.
I think she and her listeners, her fans, if they are fans, should listen to your message of give up the fight.
Right. And she was like, I know y'all feel sad. Something like, I know you feel it sad or something, but don't worry. It's normal to feel sad. That's not normal.
Because they're not working on themselves. They're working on hating the people who they think are hateful.
Right. There was no love involved in that speech at all, no encouragement. No, like, okay, we're going to work together with Trump.
Yeah.
And she never did say what she had done for the country. You know what? I know we lost, but I've been trying to get the border closed. I've been doing this and that. Nothing.
Yep. Because she did nothing. And she doesn't want to face that. She did nothing good anyway.
Nothing good. Zero. Nobody can say one thing good this woman did.
Yeah.
At all while in office. What a mess.
Just the attitude in her voice.
She's a nasty woman. I was listening to her, I'm like, this is a nasty woman.
Indeed.
Nasty female. Where was Biden there?
I don't know.
Was Jill there? Biden's wife.
I don't know.
It was funny. I saw this photo of Jill going to, photo of Jill going to vote, and she was dressed in red. And people were saying that, and I don't know if it's true or not, but people were saying that was a sign out to the Democrats that this is going to be a red wave.
Nice.
And Jill was dressed in red. Lady in red.
Right on, Jill.
Is dancing with me.
I like Dr. Jill now.
What a mess.
You think Joe Biden is happy?
If the reports are right, yeah. Because they're saying that it's been reported that Joe Biden don't get along with Barack and all these people. They don't like one another. Joe Biden's upset that they took this thing away from him, and he's trying to show them he would have done better than this gal. This gal in one county, the whole county, she got 0 vote.
Whoa.
My mama could have gotten a vote.
Terrible.
My mom, and y'all don't even know her name, Pluck would have got at least 1 vote. Even if it had to be Punch's vote.
That's pretty bad.
What, Matt, did you see it, Nick? Her speech?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
saw
did
it?
end up watching it.
What did you think about it? Nick is the Anchor Baby report.
I remember sensing
the American Anchor Baby every day at 4 p.m. and expert here as well.
Yeah. I remember sensing a lot of the, similar things there where the comments she was saying were barbs at Trump. I remember sensing some of that, but I didn't quite uncover as much as you guys did. I'm listening to her and I'm thinking she makes it sound like she is coming from this campaign that has this special story. They're going to save America. But you realize she represents the people that took the mandate from everyone that wants Trump, like everyone that wants normal stuff. She makes it sound like they came from something cool, but you realize that she represents the same old mess.
When she was speaking, I was like, wow, look at evil. This is the nastiest, most evil,
passive-aggressive
speech I ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
Even Hillary was a little nicer than that, a little bit.
Maybe. I don't remember her. I don't remember it being that nasty. I'll tell you that much.
It was her. At least hers a little more like, okay, we lost. It was a little bit better.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything to write home about.
Right.
But it was better than that.
Trump's speech talking about what he said, which I won't repeat for the sake of the channel, that was beautiful. It was loving. It was urging peace. We have to have peace. What a mess.
Remember, it was reported earlier in the day that she had finally called Trump to admit defeat.
Yeah.
And they said there was a call didn't last very long on the phone with him.
Right.
And can you imagine? This woman is like an angry black female. This ain't no angry white female. This is an angry black female calling up Donald Trump. Hello, Messenger Donald. Yes. Who is this? Camilla. Okay, hold on. And then Donald Trump finally get to the phone. Hello? Hey, Donald, this is Camilla. Oh, hey, Camilla, how you? Fine. Congratulations on winning. Oh, thank you. Okay, bye.
Trump says to her, you guys did a great job. He's being nice, congratulatory. And she says, what you mean I did a good job? She takes it the wrong way.
And just go, okay, bye. Because they said the call didn't last long, and I can imagine.
And when she hangs up, she's like, ugh.
What a mess. So, and she did mention Joe Biden.
Oh, did she?
At the very beginning, I believe, she threw his name out there. Well, thank you, Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's wife, whatever her name is. I noticed even she wasn't there. I didn't see her there. Jill Biden.
Yeah. Because they're not welcome in the campaign, maybe.
Evidently.
Joe Biden wore a Trump hat. Remember he put that on?
That would never be forgotten.
It was beautiful.
That would go down in history forever. But amazing.
Yeah.
It was one of the most nasty, defeated speech I ever heard. I just, I heard a few, but I've never heard one that nasty.
Yeah.
Just running with anger and hatred. Ain't nothing worse than the vengeance of a woman. What did the Bible say about that? Speaking of Bible Thumping Thursday.
Yeah, a scorned woman.
Oh, yeah.
Hell hath no fury like a scorned woman. That's not a Bible verse, I don't think, but...
Oh, it's not?
It may as well be.
That's not in the Bible? The scorn of a woman?
No, but it does say, like a constant dripping is a nagging wife. Something like that. Shout out to the wives.
Well, where did that idea come from? There's nothing worse than a scorn of a woman.
I don't know.
Amazing. 888-7753-773. Quickly, let me go to Gail out of Pennsylvania. Gail, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you a first-time caller, Gail?
This is my third call.
Oh, okay. Right on. Go ahead.
I want to talk about demons. Now, first of all, demons have a body similar to a bear. They are, the bottom part of the demon is shaped like a bear, and the top part of the demon is like a big round ball, and they have a terrible, terrible sound. Okay, what happened to me was I was raped by a demon. I had no control over what this demon was doing from me. He came at me from my back, okay? And it was so terrifying, I couldn't think at first. So finally, I just called on the name of Jesus, and the demon left me alone. Okay, that's not the end of it, okay? I don't remember what day it was, but the demon came back again to do the same thing. And it was an intervention done by, I believe, an angel. He was dressed in biblical clothing, and he stopped the angel. When the angel descended down, he stopped the angel. He came, the angel came through the door, okay, the closed door, and he stopped that demon. And so the demon was like, all the rage and the terrifying breathing that he did was like, he was like, when that angel spoke to him, it was like how a balloon loses its air. Okay? And evidently what I could see, this was a real person. And when all the air came out of him, he had a body like a normal person, and he left. So demons are real, okay?
And
I
so
had another
the demon is gone from you now?
Yeah.
And why do you say the demon is shaped like a bear?
Because I saw him. I saw his form.
And how do you know it was a demon?
Because of the way he acted. He was in total control. He was able to control me because I did not have the understanding of maybe I did something that I shouldn't have done that opened that portal that he was able to come at me. Okay. So, and not only that, a few months ago, I would say about 3 or 4 months ago, I saw one go past my window. He was breathing that terrifying breath to terrify you. He went past my window, but I think when that angel spoke to him, he realized that he could not come at me again like that. Okay? And the other incident, this was in real life. This was when I was working. I came home, and 2 kids were taking in furniture to the apartment that they lived over top of me. So the young man told me, well, you go park over there. And I said, no, after you all move, I'm going to park my car here. Okay. So I parked my car. They went on into the apartment, right? So when I went in the building, somebody in that apartment opened the door. Okay. Now, I lived downstairs at that time. Okay. They opened the door and saw me go downstairs. I went in my apartment, got on my computer. The next thing I know, I had some scratch marks on my right arm. And I would look down because it was burning. So I figured whoever opened that door and saw me go down, they did that to me. Okay. So demons are real. And you can see demons in people too.
I'm going to ask, do you believe that demons live in human beings?
Yeah.
And
they can live in human beings.
And so do you have demons inside of you?
No.
How did you get rid of the ones inside of you?
How did I get rid of the ones inside of me?
Yeah.
I get on my knees and I pray. Not only do I pray, because I am at the age that I am now, I'm able to cipher. I'm able to divide what's not of God and what's of man, because the word of God is inside of me. It's inside of me. And because it's inside of me.
Let me ask you this, though, because of time. I got to run here. Do you still have demons inside of you?
No.
They all gone?
Yes.
And how do you know they're gone?
Because I have peace. My mind is stable. And I don't know if you hear the saying, my life is almost at a full circle.
How old are you now?
It's almost complete because of the things that I have endured in my life. I have endured some things in my life. I've gone through some things in my life.
How old are you now?
I'm 74, Jesse.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Well, Gayle, I appreciate what you went through, what you told us. Call me again, all right?
All right.
Thank you. 888-7753. 773 888-77-JESSE. Let me go to first-time caller Ricky out of Texas. Ricky, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Oh, thank you. How you doing?
All is well.
I was calling about the do you believe in demons question?
Yes. Do you believe demons exist?
Yes, man.
And do you believe that they can attack you physically and leave a mark?
Yes, because it's happened to me.
What happened? What happened?
A couple of years ago, I was living in my apartment, and in the middle of the night, I felt this presence or somebody sit down on my bed, and I looked, and I was like, because I live alone, right? And it's dark, and there was like this shadowy figure at the end of my bed, and it started speaking to me like it was my mother, and I realized that it wasn't my mother, because my mother, I live more than 18 miles away from my mother, right? So I was like, my mother never was kind to me, and this demon was like kind and asking how I was, and I realized there's no way. My doors are locked, and I was like, who are you? And then it's like, it turned around, its eyes were all red, and it attacked me, and we wrestled like in my apartment, and when I began to, I guess, I lose the fight or whatever, and it's like fingers like went into my rib cage, and I felt like them crawling up into like towards my heart to like stop my heart, and I started crying out to God, and I started doing the Lord's Prayer, and then it said something, I don't remember what it said, but then it left, right, like, because I said the Lord's Prayer several times, and it wasn't going away. And then I just like fell silent and just like, in my mind or whatever, I was like, God, just help me, please. I'm about to die. and then it disappeared. And it's gone.
And how long ago was that?
It was 2 years ago.
And have you had that any experience like that since then?
None. Nothing like that.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I went to work and I showed my coworkers on my rib cage on my side on my arms there was like these lines where it had like raked my skin, and it was the most, I don't want to say amazing, but it was an amazing experience. You know what I mean? Because I don't have a word for it. It was profound. I was like, oh my God, this stuff might be real.
Amazing. Yeah. Do you have anger?
Not anymore. No, because I started doing the silent prayer and working on myself this year.
Yeah.
Because I started listening to you this year, and yeah, I've done the steps that that are on your website. You know, I went to go forgive my mom. She stopped talking to me. I forgave my dad. He's the only one that talks to me. and yeah, so it's like, yeah, no anger or anything. And, and I remind myself that all thoughts are all lies all the time.
Yes.
And I recognize when I get into my thoughts and I'm like, oh, okay. And when I do the Lord's Prayer, I recognize that, I see them like a movie. Like you said, they play out. And I'm like, geez, these are not me thinking these awful things.
Yeah.
And it's been an amazing journey since I've started doing the silent prayer and recognizing that I am not my body. I'm not my thoughts. I don't know who I am. And I'm not these things that I thought I was.
I
it's
know.
an amazing journey. I don't know what else to say. It's amazing.
Amazing story, too, about the demons. Stay with it, though. Stay with it. Stay with it. You haven't seen anything yet. It gets better, all right?
All right. I will.
Rick,
thank you.
Thanks for the amazing story, man. Testimony to demons. Amazing. Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Bye now. Thank you. Let me go to Kelly, a first-time caller out of Oregon. Kelly, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Well, good morning, Jesse. I'm honored to be speaking with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I am. So could you please prompt me, sir? What was the question again? I'm a little nervous.
Relax. It's just Jesse. I'm told that you're responding to the demon story that I played with Tucker Carlson.
Oh, that.
Do you have Asperger?
Who knows? Who knows? What
everybody and their mama have Asperger. Some baby Jessica Daddy. But go ahead, Kelly, because of time. Go ahead.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, had serious troubles with this whole issue when I was about 16. And it was so fearful for me, and I was in so much fear that I had to get out of my consciousness the whole thought of demons, but I also had to throw out in conscious thought my prayer and meditation with the Lord, and of course that didn't work to protect me in any way, and so I've had a very, very demonic-filled life. Even though my human intentions were good, if I may use that word, in just trying to go ahead.
You've been having demon issues since you were 16 years old?
Oh, way before that. Since I think my earliest struggles in that area of being attacked.
And did they attack you? Did they leave marks on you the way they left them on Tucker?
No, nothing like that. It was just experience after experience of just all kinds of stuff, from nightmares to apparitions to I guess I have been attacked. I remember as a little child one time just being horribly tickled like a little child would experience, but it was real, and it just went on ever. And I cried to my mother, who was laying next to me in bed, and she was asleep, and there's no comfort. And to this time in my life, that particular nightmare or aberration has been at the core of what I thought I needed to go to psychologists for and medication. And
How old are you now?
I am 61.
And so you still have demons bother you?
It's getting better. I wanted to thank you for what I've heard at your shows. I've been listening for a couple weeks now, and it's helped me remarkably to shed the old man and try to strive for what I was taught as an early Bible student by my grandparents, my great-grandparents.
Have you dropped your anger?
Pretty well, sir. You know, far better this week than last week. And
you forgave your mother?
oh yes, I love my mother. I love my mother.
Did you forgive her?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell her?
Yes. No, not before she passed away.
And why not?
Because I was a wicked daughter. I was not there for her. I did not serve her well. I did not take care of her. She died in the year of 9/11.
But how is that wicked? That doesn't make you a wicked daughter just because you didn't take care of her. Why do you call yourself wicked because of that?
I just meant the fallen flesh, the imperfect.
Well, here's what I got to run, but let me tell you that I want you to call me again, though. Drop your anger, do the silent prayer, and come out of your imagination. Stop believing those thoughts.
Okay.
Let me know how it goes, all right?
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye now. EINAR. EINAR, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse. Am I early enough to fool you?
I'm sorry?
Am I up early enough to fool you in the morning?
I'm missing the point.
No, I'm just joking with you. Don't you say all the time, you got to get up early in the morning?
Oh, I see. You got to get up early in the morning. Right on. Amazing. Go ahead.
So I called you last time and told you about what was happening with my wife. She got a restraining order on me, lied about me. I have visitation with my son 3 days a week. You told me to walk away and let go, focus on myself, that she'll destroy me using the child, and that the child's already destroyed. I'm having a hard time with that. I can't walk away, and I'm finding myself allowing her to believe that we might get together, and she's already got dismissal papers for the restraining order. So I'm playing a sinister game. I know I can never stay with her again after what she's done, but I'm allowing these things to enter her mind so that this thing can get dropped and I can be in my son's life.
So you're pretending with her that you guys have a chance of getting back together, right?
Yeah.
And and you're doing this thinking that she may drop all this filing of divorce and all that?
We're not legally married, so there's no divorce involved. Yeah, so there's not that process going through. But as of right now, I have no rights to my son. And
so you're making this girl think y'all can maybe get back together in hopes that would allow you to see your child?
Yeah, well, I already see him 3 times a week. And my dad was like, man, Jesse wasn't telling you to walk away. Hold on to those visitations. And I was like, no, Dad. And, he told me I need to walk away from this. And I'm thinking I'm starting to see why, because this is eating me up. It's making me do things that I wouldn't normally do, but I'm doing it for my son. I can't bear leaving him. But maybe you're probably right. I'm starting to see that.
You're not doing this. You're not doing this for your son. You're doing it for you.
Mm-hmm.
All the pain you feel, all the ideas that you love him, all the ideas you don't want him to suffer with her. Those are all your vanity, all your ego. It's not for your son at all, because if it was for your son, you would be able to let go. It's for you. You feel the pain. And it's not even
Why
you.
is that?
You're on a big ego trip. You're lost in thought.
Why is it though that it's for me and not for my son? Even if I'm willing to take on things about myself that aren't true, just so she believes it and maligns my character, How is it for me still
Because
if I'm letting her?
if you loved your son, you wouldn't be doing all this evil fakeness with this woman to try to get back with her for your son. You wouldn't do any of those things. You would have to accept what is, let go, and just work on yourself and let God's will be done. You're not doing it for your son, you're doing it for you. And what you don't know is because you're listening to the lies of your imagination and emotion, you are making your life worse, difficult, and things will only get worse because you're consulting with the devil as to what you should be doing to get what you want. You're communicating with evil, and you think you're communicating with you. You think your thoughts are your own.
No, yeah, they're not. You helped me realize that for sure. They're not my own.
And so why are you still consulting with the devil? The devil told you to get this woman, get rid of her, made a baby, and now the devil divided you from your son, and now he's trying to tell you how to get back with her. It's not true as what you think is going to happen. Why you keep consulting with evil of your imagination?
Because they're dangling my baby boy in front of me and saying, look, here, if you want this, you got to do this, and I guess I'm falling for it.
And so instead of cutting the baby in half, why don't you let her have it?
Yeah.
Look how miserable you are, and you love your misery, and that's why you created more misery by letting her think or making her think that you're going to get back with. How do you think that's going to turn out when she find out it was just a game you were playing to get back at her?
Yeah, I thought about that. I would imagine I even tried again getting a restraining order, though. I don't know why I have hopes of, hey, look, Judge, she dismissed it, you can't get a restraining order on me again over lies.
Because you, in your imagination, the next restraining order is going to be worse than this first one. Because what you're doing is not going to work. You can bank on that. All you're doing is creating more hell for you in your world. Everything you're thinking and feeling is happening inside of you, and it's not you, but you think it's you, and you're just creating more hell for yourself. Yeah. Why not let go? You're supposed to only love the truth more than anyone or anything else. You're loving your ego, pretending you're loving your son, and you're creating hell for yourself. If you loved your son, you let him go.
Oh, man, that's hard to hear.
And you said that they allow you do see your son every weekend or something, right?
Yeah, 3 days a week and every other weekend.
So why can't you be satisfied with that?
Because she's got my dad quarantined off within the order, so I can only enjoy my son to myself, and that's fine. I can. Is
your son for your father or you?
Right.
No, that was a question.
Oh, he's for me.
So then, why does it bother you that your dad can't see him?
Because that's the only family member I have in my life right now.
What does that have to do with your son?
Nothing.
So then why is that an issue then?
It's not.
So why have you made it an issue? You have visitation right with your son, and I don't like that word because I don't say visit, that's your child. But you have what the world calls visitation right. You're able to see your son. Why can't you just accept what is and work on you, be a good example when your son see you, and let things work themselves out?
Okay. So I shouldn't completely walk away and give up visitation. Just keep the visitation and just focus on myself.
So visitation, she's not stopping you from seeing her on visitation, right?
Right.
And so you can see him on visitation and no problem.
Yeah, so she is trying to get me on supervised visitation because she believes that my dad was over here one time.
Why don't you just... I recommend that you do what you want, but I recommend you accept what you have, work on you, and let God's will be done. You have visitation right when you see your son, and you don't have to have the whole family, your daddy or nobody else. It's not their child. They ain't got to see him, but you see him. And then accept that and let life happen for you. And stop arguing with the devil. You're just creating a greater situation. Now she thinks you had your father over there. That's another situation.
Okay. Loud and clear. And I wanted to ask you, what is the answer or meaning, I guess would be the right word, for the question that you always ask, who is you? Is it that we're nobody? Is it that we're a child of God and we need to return to the
Hold on a minute. Hold on for me, all right? 888-7753-773. A quick break. Back in a moment. Amazing. Let me go quick back to EINAR. I know you had a quick question for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, regarding whenever you ask someone who you are,
right,
or who is you, yeah, what is the meaning behind that? Or the understanding of that? Is it that we're nothing without God, or that we're gods and we need to return to Him?
Who are you? Who is EINAR?
I don't know how to answer that. I can't.
And why can't you?
Because everything's been given to me. I haven't chosen who my parents are. I didn't choose my name. I didn't choose my experiences. To the best of my ability, I'm just God's creation, and I'm being worked on.
And how do you know that?
Because He told us so.
So
it's evident, isn't it? I didn't choose my mom. I didn't choose my dad. I didn't choose.
So if you truly believe that you're not your experiences and all those things you say you were not, why are you reacting to the world?
Okay. That's why you asked.
No,
okay.
That was a question.
Yeah. I'm reacting to it because I'm thinking I know who I am. I'm reacting to it because I think I'm obligated to things. And
you spoke a bunch of words about who you're not, and that's what you have learned and you've been taught. So you're just parenting what you've been learned that you're not and what God said in the Bible, but you don't know if any of those things are true or not.
Okay.
I recommend that, you made this baby out of wedlock. You should have done that, so you pay the price for that. I recommend that instead of fighting with this woman for another minute, stop fighting with the devil. Don't fight with evil outside of you or inside of you. And that you have custody. You can see your child every weekend and whatever. Just accept that. Work on you. Right. And you'll be fine, but you in your head, and you think you know what you want, and you think what you're thinking, you're feeling is love for your child, and you got to fight, and all you're doing is digging a hole for you, because you worshiping the devil.
Yeah. My wife would always ask me.
I thought you weren't married.
Well, I called her my wife, and I was going to get a prenuptial with her. We didn't want to get registered and legally married. I didn't want to give her half of everything. She decided to leave me because I know she's a little problematic. But she would always tell me that it's my duties as a husband to take care of her heart Do you understand? And validate her feelings. Do you understand what that means? Is that?
Yeah, she said, I'm your God. I want you to worship me.
Okay, yeah, I thought
that's
so.
what that means. Keep all your attention on me. That's what she was saying.
Right. Right. And she expects me to look at no other woman and completely be satisfied by her in every shape, form,
and yet
manner.
you're playing this game with this woman. Why don't you be glad to see this hell and let it go? Be glad she's gone. Stop arguing with her because you're in two devils fighting. You're encouraging her to bring more hell upon you in your mind and in the physical.
Right.
Drop it, man. Do what you want, but accept what you have with your son. Drop the argument and all that, and no more fighting.
Okay. How long do I do the silent prayer for every morning and night?
Until you don't want to do it. Just don't sit there all day and do it, but get up and do it, and you'll see when to stop.
Okay.
Are you working on you?
Yeah.
So if you have if you have time with your son, accept that. I'm not telling you to give that up, but don't be fighting for more.
Okay.
All right?
All right, Jesse. Thank you.
I wish you well, man.
All right. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. 888-7753-773. Anthony is the first time call out of California. Anthony, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Okay, so first of all, no way. Second of all, long-time listener, and I think your show is amazing, right?
Amazing.
And I thank you for having me on the show. Go ahead. Thank you.
Amazing. Go ahead.
Okay, you know, I'm a millennial, and I like how you have Matan Evan on the show. People like that.
How old are you?
Trying to get involved. I'm 37 years young.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
Right, but so I'm just in the middle of both generations, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm peculiar on Z and X and beyond, you know. And so we all knew Trump was going to win, right? It didn't mean whether you liked him or not. Kamala was a liar, and even if he was a liar, he had McDonald's say Kamala didn't work at McDonald's. So many videos of saying Kamala is Indian.
So you voted for Trump?
And so here's my point. So this is my point. I knew Trump was going to win, and regardless of which, I don't feel like either one of them is fighting on behalf of the heavenly side. So I feel like my vote was better casted for Jesus. So by me not choosing to vote for Trump or Kamala, I feel like my vote was better casted toward Jesus.
So let me ask, because of time here, you did not vote?
I did vote.
You vote for Trump?
I voted for Jesus.
But not for Trump? But Jesus
I voted for Jesus.
Jesus wasn't running.
So Jesus is running. So you can pick one ruler. How many rulers can you choose?
Was Jesus on the ballot?
You pick one rule. You pick one. You despise the other. You hate the other.
Was
so
Jesus'
which one would you choose?
Was Jesus' name on the ballot?
Jesus is always an option.
Anthony, because of time, was Jesus' name on the ballot?
So you cannot be a part of the system if you want to get into that. What the Bible says.
Anthony, was
Jesus' name is always available. I just want your opinion. What do you think of my vote was wasted?
Anthony, real fast. You voted for not Trump and not Kamala, but Jesus.
Jesus.
Right? And
yes, sir.
Was Jesus' name on the ballot?
I mean, that's an option.
You wrote it in?
There's many options.
Did you write it in?
I chose not. No, I vote for streets and schools and stuff like that. But when it comes to who's going to be my king and my ruler, I choose to vote for Jesus.
So
I just want your opinion. What do you think about that?
I'm trying to understand it because it doesn't make any sense, zero sense at all. But I'm trying to ask.
I appreciate your opinion.
Did you write Jesus' name on the ballot or something?
No. So I'm making it very clear to the world through you that Jesus is an option.
But Jesus was no option. He was not on the ballot.
Right. So by choosing not to be a part of the system, you prove that you have faith in Jesus.
No, you're not. You haven't proved one point about your faith in Jesus at all.
Give me an example of what you mean. I didn't even barely understand. I'm sorry.
The idea you say you voted for Jesus, that's insane.
I did.
That's insane.
How many votes do you get? You can't vote for Jesus and Kamala. You can't vote for Jesus and Trump. You got to vote for one or the other.
And who is Jesus?
You love Jesus.
Who is
Jesus? Is our Savior. Jesus is the Son of God, Son of Jehovah.
And did he ask you? Did he need you to vote for him?
He doesn't need us to vote for him, but we should vote for him if we want him to be our Savior. Who do you want to save you, Trump, Kamala, or Jesus?
But you can't vote for. Are you saved?
You can vote for. That's my point. I'm saying you can vote for Jesus.
All right. You make no sense at all, but call me again. I do appreciate your call, all right?
And I appreciate you for taking me on.
You're welcome, buddy.
And I love you, bro. Trust me.
I love you, too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Amazing. I didn't know I was taking them on. Well, I want to show you two things that I definitely want to hear from you about. Really, I've never heard of this before until this. Something called 4B. Have you heard of a movement called 4B? I've never heard of that until now. And according to Sky News, a feminist movement, from Sky News, a feminist movement which originated in South Korea has been taken off on social media after Donald Trump USA election win. And in case you have not heard about it, here is what the 4B movement is. Watch this from Sky News.
Short hair we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're cutting it off because you. That's why. You think I'm crazy? Me too. Crazy. Just like all the women before me who were crazy. So crazy. Now women are going to have to just refuse to participate. Sorry, if you're a man, I will not be responding to you. If you are a man, I will not be talking to you.
And this woman did the same. This woman also dramatically cut and shaved her head. Head shaving is part of the 4B movement, which protests the Trump election by creating a world without men. It demands women abstain from sex with men as women, abstain from childbirth, abstain from marriage, abstain from romance.
What a mess, huh? The one thing I realized from that is that these women shaving their heads, they know that a woman's hair is her beauty. And they know that the man knows that a woman's hair is beautiful. And a short-haired, bald-headed woman doesn't look right. They know that. That's why they're shaving their hair. Why else would they shave their hair if they didn't know it was important to the man and it's the woman's beauty? Isn't that amazing? And also, thank God they're doing the 4B thing, because now you don't have to worry about making babies with liberals. And then they take you to court, taking your child away from you. There is a God. There is a God. So they know, these women know what they're doing, they just don't care. So be glad they're revealing to you who they really are. They're just showing you them. And you don't have any children with them. Isn't that amazing? They're shaving their head because they think, what they're supposed to do? They're supposed to hurt someone because they shave their heads and now they walk around females that are looking stupid with bald heads. They look like those chickens with no hair. What the? Also, here is a little bit more about, from Sky News. Here's where one woman is encouraging others to join the 4B movement. Watch this.
This person agreed, saying women who care about women's rights should join the 4B movement.
Encourage any other women that are single and care about progressing women's rights and still fighting for our bodily autonomy, to do the same. Delete your dating apps, because we can come together in community, and if you need somebody to cuddle or hold your hand or give you a kiss, I bet you one of your girlfriends would do it, okay? And you don't even have to really be gay, okay? It's okay to have a lot of platonic love for the next 4 years.
Amazing. See how people in hell have accepted their hell as a norm and they want to pull you into their hell? That's what she's doing. They want to bring all the women right into the hell that they're in. Because hell love company. And men, these women think that they are too important to you. And you have made them think that they were your God. And that's why they can come up and do all this kind of stuff. That's why they can do it. So 4B is short for... 4B is shorthand for a Korean word that is all started with B-I. Oh, it's a Korean word that started with B-I, meaning no. B-I means no in Korean. Four B is shorthand for four. That don't even read right. Duh. What is he saying here?
There are 4 Korean words that all start with B.
4B is shorthand for...
Right. For 4 Korean words that all start with B.
Is that written right?
Yep.
It don't look right. Maybe call black. But amazing. So be glad that these women are doing this. They're showing you who they are and what they are. And just imagine you could be stuck with one with children, and then you find this out. And now you lose your children. Amazing, huh? And one last quick thing, I think. Apparently, there's some black people, I guess, some black college kids who are upset about a text message triggering blacks to pick cotton. USA Today is reporting that black college students in several states report to authority Wednesday they had received anonymous text message using racist reference to the era of U.S. slavery. Watch this from 13 News Now. Watch this.
13 News Now photographer Sam Burwell says he received a strange text message from an unfamiliar number.
I took a slight nap this morning, woke up, first text I saw was somebody texting me, greeting me, first of all, greetings, and we will be there to pick you up for a cotton field. So it was kind of confusing.
The text message read, "Greetings, Samuel. You have been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation. Be ready at 12 p.m. sharp with your belongings. Our executive slaves will come get you in a brown van. Be prepared to be searched down once you've entered the plantation. You are in Plantation Group W."
I had a cousin up in Richmond that received the same text message, but I found it weird that in my text message, it had a different group number than his, and they both had our names.
On Wednesday, people shared the same message with different group assignments from various phone numbers across social media. Meanwhile, Burwell says he's concerned he received the message a day after the election.
I feel like it's just a spam message, but I do feel disappointed about the message that they're sending a day after the election.
Amazing. So what I don't understand about that, what's wrong with that someone is offering them a job? They're offering them a job. What's wrong with picking cotton? It's a job. And somebody is kind enough to offer you a job and you're going to be ticked? Oh, you don't want to work. Anyway, that's what the problem is. It's a job. When did it become racist or slavery to pick cotton? I used to pick cotton. I believe I started pitching cotton when I was 6 years old. And it was a job. We got paid to pick cotton. And they're upset about it. See, white people, why you need to take your cotton? These people don't want to work. First of all, I'm wondering, is this another pretense about some other black people to send out this type of tax? Is it a setup to make it look like Trump voters did it to try to prove there's such a thing as racism when racism doesn't even exist? So don't fall for it. It's just whatever. It has no meaning anyway. Why would anyone be upset that someone texts them a text talking about picking cotton and they're going to pick you up and take you to the field? You don't even have to use your own car to go to the cotton field. And you get paid to pick the cotton. And they're going to search you so you don't have a gun or a knife, some type of weapon to hurt the master. When my master said he's sick, I said, yes, master, we sick. Stop overreacting. Whomever, if it happened and whomever said that, it's not their fault you've been getting upset over something that has nothing to do with you. Plus, you shouldn't get upset anyway. There's nothing wrong with picking cotton. It's a job. Amazing. It could be all a hoax anyway. It could be phony. And we've read you, showing you many clips over the years where black people did things like this, and they pretended white people were doing it to cry racism on college campuses and everywhere. And they found out later the blacks did it. Let it roll off your chest. Let it just roll off your chest, off your back. No big deal. No big deal. Remember Juicy Smollett? Same kind of deal. People went up and fit about, white racism, white this. Find out, according to all the report, it was a setup by Juicy Smollett. He black. People, get whole and stop overreacting. Stop overreacting. All right? And then a poll shows that 4 in 5 Americans think words can be violent. Here's a chart on that.
Let me get you that chart.
Okay, you want me to come back to it?
I have it right here. About Americans and words.
See, producer, I told you.
Well, I don't know.
I told my producer what's going to happen.
Well, I was just getting ready to show you the
Get
image.
ready, 'cause here I come now.
A little unprepared for that, but I can read you this because, just like you said.
Okay, go ahead.
Americans, polls show 4 in 5 Americans think words can be violence. And as this chart shows, you'll see right here, it says most Americans report thinking that words can be violence. How much, if at all, does the following statement describe your thoughts? Words can be violent. So out of the people that answered, 22% said it describes my thoughts completely. 22% completely agree with that statement. Words can be violence. 23% said it mostly describes their thoughts. 23% said somewhat. 12% said slightly. And 20% said completely disagreed. So out of all the people that answered this, only 20% say completely disagree that words can be violence. The rest at least somewhat agree.
So I wanted to hear from my experts on this one about words can be violent. So they didn't know I was going to ask them. They're not already in the studio because it just occurred to me, I want to hear what my experts think. You know, the experts know everything. And so I need my experts in here for a minute and to respond to words being violent from this poll. There is a poll as they're coming in, and they didn't know it, so they're on time. What? Amazing. So my experts are here. Nick, the Anchor Baby, the host of the Anchor Baby show at 4 p.m. Experts here on the Jesse Peterson show. Joel Friday TV. He Black Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Expert on the Jesse Peterson show. And the Hake report at 9 a.m. from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. Expert here. Joel, can words be violent? You want to come back to you? Oh, okay.
They shouldn't be, because it shouldn't affect you in that way, right? But we don't live in that type of society, so they do, because people identify with the ego and the feelings.
You repeat that. I'm sorry.
So they shouldn't, because nobody
Words
should be
can
identified.
be violent, but they shouldn't be violent.
They shouldn't be, but they are, because
Okay.
people identify with the feelings and stuff like that. So yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And hate, could words be violent?
No. I mean, they can be nasty. They can be inappropriate. They can be threatening, but they can't be violent. Please.
They can be nasty.
Yeah.
They can be inappropriate, but they can't be violent.
Right. Now, I may have called some of my callers violent with their language.
You may have.
May or may
You
not
think?
have.
Especially when you go,
I go, don't gasp, kids. Or adults. But I know it's not actual violence. And, yeah, no.
Nick, could words be violent?
Words are just words. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely not true. Words are not violence, although the people saying them can be quite violent people.
Amazing.
Violent-hearted.
So you say no, they cannot be violent?
No. They're just words.
I do hear that a lot.
That
you
should
hear that a
be your
lot?
first clue.
Yeah.
That the world
It's-
repeats that.
It's not the words themselves that's the problem, right? Because the words itself don't mean nothing, right? It doesn't have to
Right.
mean, because if you say like something that is silly to somebody, or you make a joke, then they're not offended by it, or their feelings aren't hurt. But it's because people have the false attachment to words that you can say something knowing that that person is going to be affected, and it can be considered
I remember
violent.
I remember when if you said something bad about somebody's mama, they call it playing the dozen.
I learned that from you.
If you say something about someone's mama, you playing the dozen, that's a fight. You don't talk about my mama.
Especially, the black
Especially
community
the
too.
black.
Yeah.
The black will fight you over their mama in a minute.
Ridiculous.
Have you heard of playing the dozen?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
I was talking to my uncle the other night, and I told him, "You just like your mama." He like, "Don't play the dozen."
He's
What are you
our
trying
bro.
to say about my mama?
Why doesn't?
And I said, your mama name is all over all the bathrooms in the park.
Dang.
And you were like, what are you trying to say about my mama?
Boomer mama jokes.
Playing the dozens. According to AI, playing the dozens is a verbal game where two people insult each other until one gives up. Often played by young people in front of an audience.
And it's often talking about your mama.
Yeah, usually
blacks
directed
give
at the
up
other person's
quick.
mother or other female family members.
Yeah.
Get them to fight or cry by provoking them with put downs.
It's called packing now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Packing.
Well, blacks typically though in the black community they make jokes, they crack jokes.
Yeah, but not about your mama.
But if it's serious, it depends on how
Not
you
about
say
your mama. You talk about everybody else and everything else but mama.
Terrible.
Amazing. Hey, one last thing, then y'all gotta go.
Okay.
So you never played the dozen?
Oh, I've played insults with we didn't call it that.
Right.
We would pack on each other. Packing. So 90s.
Never heard that.
Yeah.
So you would talk about each other, mama, but you didn't call the
mothers
player
a little bit. We would say each other is ugly. You look in the mirror, you hurt yourself. But we wouldn't. I don't know. We didn't end up fighting about it usually. Sometimes we would get mad, but
amazing. You played the dozen?
Yeah, we call it roast. We just roast each other
About somebody's mama?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that stuff. And yeah, there would be like certain mama jokes. We were like, all right, look, calm down.
You played the dozen?
Yeah, I remember the first time. I stood up to a bully, and I was packing him good. His last name was Butts, and so I said, "When you were born, I never knew it was gonna go like this." I was like, "When you were born, they didn't know which side to slap," and his face changed. He was like, all the energy left him, and I was like, "Wow, I didn't know standing up was that powerful." And I packed him like relentlessly.
You use your violent words.
There was, yeah.
One last thing. Have you ever played? Do you know what a Frigidaire is?
Do you say that again?
Do you know what a Frigidaire is?
Is that a type of fridge? Frigidaire?
I know, Frigidaire.
Do you know what a Frigidaire is?
No.
He's searching it.
No.
Cheater.
I heard him.
I did. I typed Frigidaire. I typed Frigidaire.
Don't say that.
No. I literally just looked at pictures of fridges. I really did.
Of course. Beta.
Frigidaire?
Oh.
What's a Frigidaire?
Never heard of it before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No wonder maids were yelling at you the other day. You don't know what it means to be black.
The closest thing I know is Frigidaire, and that's what Nick's talking about.
What's a Frigidaire? He looking it up too, right?
No. I'm just taking notes. I don't know.
You don't know what a Frigidaire is?
That's so white,
Spell
too,
it.
taking notes.
If your mama tell you, your food is in there in the Frigidaire.
Oh,
I did remember.
So it was close. You were close, Nick.
Where is your food? If your mama say your food and you come home from school or from work, and your mama tell you your food is in the Frigidaire.
But what
It's like a name brand for the refrigerator.
But where did that come from?
I knew that before searching.
So what?
I knew that before searching that.
Because the Frigidaire.
Yeah, I knew the brand name.
So then they just say it. So
Well,
it's
it's
just
not
say
L instead of air.
It's not a brand name. It's the way that black people used to call
So
a
they-
refrigerator.
Well, we used to say, "Can I have Kleenex?"
They used to say Frigidaire, talking about the refrigerator.
But where did that come from? The Dale part. Why not just
Country?
That fridge over there.
Just plain
Oh,
old
fridge
country.
over there. It could be a fridge over there.
Right. A plain old country and black.
There. The fridge over there.
I didn't even know it was called a refrigerator until I went to Indiana.
Wow.
I always thought it was Frigidaire.
To be fair, a lot of people call the brand name of something like that's called Kleenex. They call like
Kleenex
mouse
instead of
wipe.
tissue.
And tissue. They call everybody calls it Kleenex. That's not
Frigidaire?
what it's called.
Or dumpster. Dumpster is a brand name.
Really?
Yeah. It's
See,
a
there you
proper
go.
brand name.
I've been calling it a dumpster my whole life.
And so Frigidaire is a brand name too?
Well, Frigidaire. I don't know if you're pronouncing
But
it
I
with
don't
an...
think they have Frigidaire brand
No,
name
it's
back
not
in his day.
Frigidaire.
No, they
it's
might have.
Frigidaire.
Let's see.
Yes.
When did
Yeah,
Frigidaire's old.
Frigidaire.
Trying to say refrigerator.
history?
Or fridge over there.
Omid is my PR guy. Omid saying that it's a Frigidaire is a brand name, but this ain't no brand name.
1918, 106 years ago.
Oh, so it has been around.
How long?
Since 1918.
See that? I remember when we got our first Frigidaire.
But it was called something different.
But at that
Garden-
time, it was an ice box.
See, I don't think it was attached to that.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
Frigidaire.
Remember
It
when
might
it was
have
just
been.
ice box and not a refrigerator? And then
No,
what
that's
we
awesome.
have? We got an ice box, right?
Early to mid 1900s, many Americans called any refrigerator a Frigidaire, regardless of brand.
Oh, so it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But there wasn't no brand. It was a Frigidaire.
I don't know.
And I remember when we got our first ice box. And you had to put ice in the top there to keep it cold. So that when we got our ice box, the ice man used to come and bring the ice.
Oh, that was real. I thought in your day they would scrub the big old ice cube, and you got to scrub it to get the ice in the cup.
Yeah, you do. You have to break it up for that. But if we want the ice box to be cold, we have to buy a chunk of ice and put it in. You know, like right now we have freezers on the refrigerators, right?
Yeah.
That used to be where the ice would go in.
And then
And the ice would make the refrigerator cold.
Oh,
Get
interesting.
an ice pick.
Like a big ice chest.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And so we would keep it until it melt. And then when the ice man would come and we'd buy some more ice and put it in the ice box.
So then would you use that ice that was there to keep the fridge cold, scrape it to use it for things?
No, we would buy more ice for that.
I see.
We would put that in the tub and scrape it.
I totally would have been an ice man.
Like Kamala Harris used to put the greens in the tub. I ain't never seen that.
I would have been an ice man and a milkman.
Yeah.
For sure.
What about
Definitely a milkman.
the ice behind the fan so that way it's cool air?
Yep.
That was the thing too?
Yep. He cool up the room.
Smart.
Black people used to be smart.
Yeah, it's to save money too.
Right.
Or I don't know, was there AC back then?
No.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Didn't the candy man used to come to your house?
I had a candy man
the ice cream man.
We used to have a candy man.
We used to have the ice
And he
cream
would
man.
come and bring all the different candy. We would run out front and get it.
Oh, we kind of have that a little bit. Ice
You guys
cream
had
man.
And like the ice cream man, but it's the candy man. My experts, folks, thank y'all. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Let me take a quick break. When I come back, your phone calls.
And the treasure chest.
And the treasure chest is now open on D-Line. Oh, amazing. Back in a moment.